Hello and welcome everyone to another exciting session of Platinum Watch. I am your Dungeon Master Walkman EXE. It has been a hot minute since we have been back. Since last we left off, our party of intrepid heroes found themselves deep in the Shadowfell within the city of Blackreach, trapped within a never-ending time loop, courtesy of the transmutation principal Kilcius Pavis, in his attempt to assassinate the Raven Queen. The party, when last we left off, had discovered the means by which to break his ritual and free themselves from this temporal loop. And in doing so, they would be able to finally put an end to him. However, it would mean an end to the resets, which would mean that they would be vulnerable, having the ability to fully and actually die. Returning to Hargrove Castle, they spoke with James, who was able to work on identifying the material components needed for the breaking of the rituals, as well as the means by which he would go about getting the material components needed for each ritual break. The party then took a bit of time to go ahead and rest, as well as get a bit of information out of James, as well as try and gather some items. And in doing so, some things were revealed, which you can consult the last two sessions on. And suffice it to say, the party's tensions ran high as truths came out and tempers flared, and it was revealed that Gallus was actually Avok in disguise. In a fit of rage, as well as just kind of pursuing an objective that was convenient at the time to his ascendancy, Rando went out to find a shadow primordial, and the party followed, finding themselves all trapped within the den of the Writhing Darkness. Rando and Avok faced a trial of truths and lies that would test each other, as well as reveal deeper, darker, more primal truths, not something so basic as my favorite color is blue. At the end of the trial, Rando was able to gain his power and his freedom, and Avok was able to do the same, as well as the party was able to escape. However, before they could, something awakened within Rando as his nature touching the very fabric of the elements seemed to open a gate to something that the party couldn't quite understand. So, doing what they did best, they tackled the situation head on and analyzed what they could as they went. And as Rando plummeted through a dimensional rift, Yuza, using a clever use of her items, was able to follow him in and work on trying to help pull him out, while everyone else stayed as the kind of the anchor point in the Shadowfell to return him to whence he came. And in doing so, Rando was able to glimpse briefly into the dimension of Pandemonium and see that a fragment of his father, Trappet, was engaged in combat with the god Baal, as well as the servants of Baal, Kino and Marianne, against their will. And kind of got a bit of an idea of what has been going on in Pandemonium behind the scenes as these years have waned on. Returning to the Shadowfell, the party was able to escape the lair of the Writhing Darkness and find themselves now outside of its lair. A little worse for wear, but all in all, they are back where they started, but now with new leads to tackle on breaking the conduit. As always, going around the circle, I'm going to go ahead and identify my players. We have, of course, Stormsage 13 playing Merrick Gilder.
Hello!
Red Beast 13 playing Avok Korik, aka Gallus Morgulus.
It's all been a lie!
Zodiac Zack 19 playing Random Mishorm.
I have obtained all 6 now.
And now his decoder ring is complete. Vexitol 24 playing Yuzaperic. I guess they're still muted. And the Hawkabridge playing Talasoon.
My brother we can decipher the true codex, which says drink Ovaltine.
All right, so party, you have escaped the layer of the Writhing Darkness. You, Rando, you've now unlocked a pretty nifty another addition to one of your story feats, as well as kind of gathered some more power to yourself, having attained the 4 elements, and then over the last 2 years mastering them, and now you have the darkness to complement the light. So now you are in tune, as it were.
Nice.
What would you all like to do?
After escaping the shadow anus, Merrick's going to recommend that we all get back to Castle Hallgrove for some shelter as we discuss our next tactical move about attacking those clock hands.
The usual sites, yeah.
The usual sites, yeah.
And just as a reminder, last session, Avok, the Writhing Darkness offered you the power, and you said not yet, correct? Because you bested it. Because Rando used his thing immediately to be like, give me, your power.
Avok used his to wish
Your
that
memories, right?
yeah, to basically to bring Rando in on the 2 years he missed. So Rando now has a civil key to the pocket plane, and he has basically at least Merrick and Avok's memories of the 2 years.
Okay. So yeah, the current party consensus.
Sorry, had to go yell with my dog.
No, you're all good. I figured you were muted for some reason. So just to go ahead and gauge, so current party consensus, we'll just go ahead and go around the room. Rando, what do you want to go ahead and do?
The best option is probably heading back, get my bearings, because that's 2 years of knowledge I have not known about.
Mm-hmm.
So I need a second to process what exactly just went down.
Okay. Yuzo, what would you like to go ahead and do?
Where are we?
You're just outside
Right now, we're
the.
still in the.
You're just outside the Writhing Darkness's lair. Currently, Merrick has pitched the idea of returning to Hargrove Castle and kind of regrouping and planning next moves.
I see. Okay, I would like to fireball them all.
No!
Did you say fireball or firebolt?
I think ball.
I said ball. But lucky for you fuckers, I didn't pack use up with damage spells.
You say lucky, but
For now.
Or actually, did I pack Synaptic Static? I did not pack Synaptic Static. Okay. Yuza would then... I do have Big B's hand, though. No. Too much. Yuzo will, he's just waiting to see what happens next. While
Okay.
I, the player, get my bearings.
Okay. So Merrick, you already said return to Hargrove Castle. Avok.
Also would like to return to Hallgrove Castle. Want to have a bit of a round table.
Cool. Tala.
Tala's still a little flustered by everything that happened, and probably going to keep to herself a little bit.
Okay. As you all make kind of... Oh, sorry, Hawk. You kind of cut out there. You're going in and out sometimes, a little staticky.
Yeah. Am I doing it for everybody? Because Walker's cutting out for me a little bit.
Yeah, both of you are cutting out for me a smidge.
Yeah, I think
Agreed.
myself on my
Hawk's
mic.
fine for
Just a
me.
little bit.
But no, I was going to say
Absolutely fine for
Tala
me.
is. Sorry, go ahead.
No, nothing. Sorry.
No, Tala Godirupa's just kind of going to stick to herself a bit.
She's with the group, but not with the group.
She's kind of
With the group
lost in a
physically, not mentally.
Yeah, lost in a labyrinth of her own thoughts, shall we say.
I didn't cast
Gotcha.
Labyrinth.
Understandable.
I didn't cast Labyrinth.
Not yet.
Very understandable.
Okay, so as you all begin to make your trek back to Hargrove Castle, you all make it about halfway before you all notice something that you haven't noticed before. Just because this is your first time, I guess. This is your first time being alive where your external senses weren't drawn to something else. But as you're just kind of like walking back, those of you that are like paying attention and are aware, like keeping an eye on your surroundings, notice that the boundary, like the golden field that encompasses Blackreach and stretches even beyond the walls of the city, begins to shimmer and vibrate almost as if it's about to break. And then you essentially hear what could be described as like the sound of the very air vibrating around you. And then you are snapped back to the start of the reset. And Tala.
Wow.
Seeing as... you know what? Go ahead and make me a religion check. I will go ahead and let you know the DC's not high because you've already established 2 prior connections.
Who makes a religion check?
Tala. Just Tala.
Okay.
Yeah, it cut out for me again, too.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure.
I heard the T in Tala, so I assumed.
I'm gonna...
Thanks, Red.
I heard the T.
Just because it keeps happening, I'm gonna go ahead and drop out of Discord real quick and hop back in and see if it does anything.
Oh, Zach, this means we can re-prepare our spells.
Okay, how we doing? Like, can y'all hear me? Am I okay? Am I cutting out?
Oh yeah, you're good.
Yeah,
Right,
it
right.
was just kind of random when it would cut in and out.
Alright, cool.
For religion, that is a 25.
Okay. Yeah, the second that you all hear the air vibrating, like, the second that you all are essentially snapped back, like, in 1 second, your perception is of the street, and the next second, your perception is at the entrance of Blackreach, where you all started. Tala, you distinctively hear, the Raven Queen, like, cry out in pain.
Can I try to reach out?
Yeah, it would require another religion check. I'll just say, just because, like, this is just, like, again, the first one, like, the DC wasn't high just because you've established that previous connection, and it's, like, steady. But if you're opening up the connection on your end, that will take a check.
Okay.
Can I give guidance on this?
I'll say no, for the sake of, like, this is kind of all happening, like, in the moment.
Yeah, Tala had... Oh, nat 20. Never mind.
Yeah, you can...
Tala's dice, I'm using Damon's dice.
You pray a little bit, like, I assume that you say, like, a very quick, like, I'm sorry prayer to soon. You're like, I'm sorry, I need the connection open. I'll do, like, a Hail Mary later, like, whatever. And then you're like, hey, Raven Queen, like, what's up? Like, hey. So what does Tala say as she builds this connection to the Raven Queen?
Are you cut out really bad for me?
Okay. I'm starting to wonder if it is my internet connection or if it's just something else.
Did it cut out for anybody else?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, I was worried it's mine.
is it the pancake?
I don't know. Maybe. It could be the region as well. I don't usually tweak around with too much shit.
I think you were saying, like, is Pancake, like, putting a strain on the connection
I don't know.
by being active?
I don't know.
Well, it seems better now.
Yeah, what were you saying though, Walker?
What I was saying is, how do you build this connection? How do you reach out?
Pala is going to tentatively pray. Just saw. She's going to hold her sigil to Soon and sort of pray that Soon will help her reach the Raven Queen. And she will basically say, Raven Queen, I know that. I felt and heard your pain. Is there anything we can do? Can you guide us in any way to help us free you sooner?
You don't hear any response. But you do notice a phenomenon that draws your attention, which is that every single black bird in the city all fly up simultaneously and move around to the perimeter of the Raven Queen's palace and begin to fly in 12 very distinct flocks.
Guys, I think we need to go talk to the Raven Queen, or at least I do.
Avok make a perception check on those birds if Tyler points them out?
100%.
Yeah, I'll just kind of point to the flock.
Yeah, my theory right now is that they're hovering over the exact ritual sites we need.
That's what I'm kind of wondering about. Like, maybe
That might be a good idea.
Tyler get some elevation?
Send Ichabod.
Yeah.
It's like, how can we help you? Bitch, right here!
Essentially.
Birds!
Man, I'm tired. I was on the spot. That's all I could think
Man,
of.
I know. I just like
No,
the
no.
character. Kind of like, what does she mean?
This!
This!
26.
Da Vinci Code this.
Well, no. Oh,
26. Perception.
Gotcha, 26 perception. And yes, Hawk, you were saying?
I had also asked if Tala could fly up to see if she could see where these things are at, or potentially record them.
I mean, you can see them. Like, you don't have to fly anywhere. You can just see them from
Okay.
where you are.
No, I just meant if like they were indicating specific sites.
I mean, with Avok's like 26 perception, you already know like that.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, they're flying above the specific sites. I will say this with the 26 perception, you do notice that certain flocks are bigger than others, as if to indicate importance of where you should deal with stuff first.
Could you indicate where they are on the map?
Okay, so as previously stated, like in 4 other recordings on how to break the ritual, which I'm not going to get into again.
Yeah,
Just,
this.
you break one. You break the hands.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is Zach being dumb.
The second minute hour.
Yeah, you break the second hand, then you break 3 sites. You break the minute hand, break 3 sites. You break the hour hand, you break 3 sites.
Got it.
Yeah. You've gone into a bit of detail on like how that works. I'm just curious, does the person who breaks it need to have Dispel Magic active? Or is the device going to take care of that?
If they have the material, so as I covered in the Platinum Watch like paragraph of text, if you have the material components, like you don't need it. You just have to basically like do the thing, and it takes about, I think I stated like 10 minutes, give or take. Here, let me go ahead and pin the thing so I actually can keep track of it. Here we go. Is that the thing?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yep.
No, this is about
Yeah, this is about something else.
This is about after this.
This is
Yeah, this is about after
further
the
and
event.
further and further up. Basically, if I
This
remember,
is assuming we live through this event.
yeah. If I remember correctly, I had specified that it was you could use a Dispel Magic, then you have to roll for it and meet the DC. If you use the components, it's just like you have to take the casting time to do it. Just trying to figure out
Right,
where
and-
the hell I sent this, because I keep losing too much stuff.
Yeah, I remember that. I just don't remember if we ever established if having dispel magic was required to use the device.
No,
or anyone could use the
Dispel
components.
Magic is not required to use it at all.
Okay.
If you've got the components, you're good to go.
Okay, so theoretically, Avok could be doing this while everyone else is.
Yeah,
doing something
we
else.
I believe we talked about this 2 sessions ago.
Yeah, but that was 6 years ago. I'm kidding. I'm sorry, I got really quiet. I feel very bad about what I
Yeah,
just
here we
said.
go. Found it. Okay,
That hit harder than it should have.
there we go. So, I in the message I sent on the 22nd of February, I didn't specify whether or not you needed Dispel Magic. I will say for the sake of this, no, you don't. Just to speed things along, I will just say this. Dispel Magic definitely helps.
So, Mac.
Because if you end up, burning through your components and then not having what you need for the foci, then Dispel Magic is just kind of like a jack of all trades. Like, slap it on any of these and it works.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, so now that you have returned to the point of reset, would you all like to go to Hargrove Castle and regroup, or have plans changed?
Okay, I know we discussed the strategy in the strat chat. Do we still want to pursue that?
It's not the worst.
Since we reset, Tala does need to go and re-get her sword again, so that'll take her a few minutes.
True, we have to go to Hargrove Castle to get the sword anyway.
Mira quickly looks over at Rando. Do we see the tattoo still from the Shadow Primordial still on him?
Yeah, still there.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, I
He
think
was
we
to
all,
his word.
I would be
Yeah.
so pissed.
yeah, I think we all took a second to be like, can I still do that thing I just got?
So that's basically the Zelda Majora's Mask logic. The tattoos stay, but all the coins and bombs reset and all that stuff.
Correct.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So
Anything
let's
with a magical anchor to us.
Yeah, I mean, like,
That's-
if y'all gained experience, and leveled up, I wasn't gonna be like, oh well, now that it reset, you're back to level 14. Like, be kind of a giant middle finger to y'all.
We weren't saying
That
that.
would be.
Especially if it was like in the last minute before we finished our long resting got the benefits.
Yeah, I as much fun as that would be for me, it would be a big headache the more I tried to do it.
Well, we just got to level 20.
Yeah,
but
this
we'll-
isn't the infinite grind XP strat. All right, just keep it in your pants, Merrick.
So then, question, guys: do we want to go kill that vampire again, or do we want to leave that to Hargrove again every time?
we can leave it to Hargrove. I think he'll have fun with it.
I don't know. You keep doing the same thing over and over again every day. It's gonna get boring.
I was about to say, like, didn't I just send a message in the Platinum Watch chat about outsourcing your resources?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Utilize resources to outsource menial labor.
Yeah, that's actually the part of the strategy we discussed in the strat chat.
But killing is fun.
I don't
murder hobos.
disagree with that. I'm just saying, like, if a
I mean,
vampire
killing in D&D is fun.
Thanks,
listen,
thanks for the clarification.
if a vampire thrall is literally beneath you, like, don't keep wasting time.
People, one sec.
Anyway, so are you going to Hargrove Castle to pick up your stuff and do what you discussed in the
Yes.
Sure.
strat chat? Gotcha. All
Yeah.
right.
Because having that Holy Venture is kind of a good boost power-wise.
Yeah, you're
James.
let in. He's just like he's literally in the middle of like dealing with the guy as you all like walk in, and he's just like, could you give me like 5 minutes? I'd
Can I help? Getting.
It's kind of an internal matter. I do appreciate that you all are so
Gotcha.
eager to spill blood on my expensive carpet, but I would like to handle this
Right.
internally. Yes.
Understood.
Are you all just going to stand there while this happens, or you just like?
No, Merrick is going to another room.
Yeah, we'll wait for you to finish.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Go ahead.
Yep.
While we're waiting, Avok is just gonna adjust his group. I know we said we'll answer questions about that when we get back, because, Shadowfell is apparently a bad time to open up.
As he's saying this, by the way, like, you could just hear, like, blood-curdling screams as, like, the vampires are being slaughtered in the next room, so, like, Avok's just, like, trying to give, like,
silence.
a motivational type of, like, hey, listen, I know it's a bad time, but right now we gotta beat it, and literally just screams.
Merrick is thinking to himself, I should have packed silence.
But just when we're out there where people can scry on us, I still need to be called Gallus for now.
Until we can trap it.
Yeah, if people find out that I'm really Avok, it throws off. It puts Trapit in danger.
This is gonna be so confusing.
We are very sorry. We'll apologize another 1,000 times and make things right once we get back to the material plane.
That's not the point. The point
Yeah.
is, I respect what you did. I appreciate everything you did. But you said this at the literal worst time.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't think about it. Yeah.
Oh really? You didn't think about it, did you?
Nah, not my strongest attribute, apparently.
Not your strongest stat, though, Avok.
Gee,
No.
I wonder why.
If I had to break my stats into like 6 easy to understand concepts,
What
I
an
would
odd
say-
number choice.
I would say my intelligence would probably be my lowest.
Is justice a
oddly
stat?
specific.
Perhaps.
When you just
Is
raise the
mayonnaise
fourth
an-
wall ever so slightly.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
So just to save myself time on fourth wall breaking in campaign 2, I'm just going to go ahead and say y'all have magic items that let you all know exactly what your stats are and your hit points are, so they're not a foreign concept.
I
So
want you
don't
to
have
know.
keep being like,
It's just like
this
the
is...
it's like the isekai. It's just like the isekai trope where they brought to a new world, and then
Walker?
their power and all the power levels in this world have scales and regions.
I want you to know right now.
Mhm.
We've been talking a lot about our characters.
We have.
Okay.
A little bit.
Come on, and go with it.
We've been talking about concepts. Anyway.
Anyway,
Oh, for that. No, that's a story for another day.
Yeah, by the way, we'll talk about that when session is over, by the way.
Any hoozles?
Sure. We got like 20 years before this game's finished.
Let's get back in.
wait
Let's get
to
back
that.
into the game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
we'll kill that Trask when we come to it.
Yes.
I
Anyway.
really don't. These next few arcs are going to be much shorter.
I like how
Nice.
we picked the longest one first. Anyway, yeah. So while James is handling the killing, so the plan is to recruit his vampires to help. Distraction,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Attack the other sides while we actually dismantle them properly.
Of course, this is
Because-
all assuming that he can even tell which ones are the important ones.
But we have them all mapped out. Second, minute, hour.
I will say this, seeing as, he designed the whole thing, I'm pretty confident that once we, start messing up his stuff, he'll know what's going on.
Oh,
So we need to be on the ready to
oh,
run quick.
trust me, he knows because I would make sure to know.
I
I
think
did this.
the point is to attack one that's innocuous, potentially further away from the rest. So that way it draws the attention of the normal guards before we actually start dismantling the second hand. That's one we needed to destroy first, right?
Yeah, destroy the second hand, then 3 others, then the minute hand, then 3 others, then the hour hand, and the last 3.
It's a pretty bold assumption that he won't try and stop us the second we destroy one of the hands.
Oh yeah.
I'm just being honest here.
Oh, that's fair.
The best case scenario is that Walker, remind me, because one is the principal, the other is a member of Eclipse. Who's the third one?
The other two are members of Eclipse.
Oh, they're both Eclipse?
Yeah, one's a
Yeah.
vampire lord and one's former king of Hierarch.
Yeah.
Oh lord, phenomenal.
If only we
Okay.
had two people who could do radiant damage on a vampire.
Damn, if only.
We do.
And
You're-
a rando who's a switch arming knife of damage.
You're welcome to do anything you want to the vampire.
Look, so
Guys, running
Okay.
water. Fuck it up.
Let's romance him.
So, here's my thoughts. Alternatively, what if we have the vampires form a perimeter to, at the very least, slow these fuckers down?
They will not be slowed.
Yeah, you're probably right.
But that ability that that Kilcius used. Well, if it's one, well, we don't know much about it.
Which
the
ability
va-
are you referring to?
The one that he used to freeze me and Merrick. If it's, we don't know if it's a one per use. So if we get him to burn it early, that
I
could
can't remember.
mean
I can't remember if I was dead during that.
you were
100%.
dead doing that.
Fully dead.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you
Oh,
were dead first thing before anything else
I
happened.
know, I just couldn't remember if I stayed that
I
way
think
the
I was the
entire
first.
time.
I was the first one dead.
No, you.
Oh,
no,
no,
it-
the-
it-
You
this
weren't
was
there
You
for
were
that
at the
fight.
session.
Oh, this
Yeah.
is the other session I missed.
You haven't fought
Yeah.
this guy before.
which makes Rando our biggest asset.
So that being said, that is something that could happen, but that's also an AoE that he hit us with. So if a fight does break out, fan out.
Yeah, stay away
Yeah.
from it. If I can get one good punch in on him, I can stun his ass.
Potentially.
Hopefully.
I've packed hold person.
I mean, I was more able to guarantee he fails his saves against my ability. Which, speaking of which, since it's a new day, I guess I should roll those. Give me one sec. Grab my dice.
I mean, with my auras available, I should be able to provide user with enough protection from, power word kill, for instance. I also could cast Death Ward on her, which would get at least one use of power word kill.
Unless this guy has multiple 9th levels with that Philosopher's Stone in him.
Again,
Oh,
that's
abs-
one use down at least.
Let
That's
me
true.
bring it to you like this. If I were capable of the spell he used, which I had never heard of, the amount of power it would require to do such a thing, using the stone that I currently have, which is a lot weaker, given what I've been doing with it, I guess I could do it at least 4 times.
That's fun.
Right.
Is it worth silencing him again?
He was able to act even when you had him silenced.
That with that ability, not with magic. He still had to move out of my radius.
Okay. 1 average, 1 good, 1 bad. Important.
At the very least, it keeps him from telling us to die.
True.
Enough.
I mean, it does prevent him from speaking power word kill.
True. But also, I do like the idea of Tala and Yuza teaming up. Tala providing protection, but plus you can both fly naturally. So if something goes wrong, you two can move together.
Yeah, if worst case scenario, we can hold down Kilcius while you guys move and get to the other sites.
Alright. Sounds good.
Instead of putting the silence on him, what if we were to put it on me instead?
So you can't
Why?
hear it.
Oh. Ooh.
So
Would
you
that mess
can't-
up your spells?
I mean, I wouldn't be able to do much, but I seem like the most logical person to dismantle these things.
Is dispel magic verbal?
It is, but I wouldn't need it using this device. It would help, but I wouldn't need it.
Okay, I'm going to ask you, Yuza. Does powered kill require you to the target to hear the word, or how does it work?
I like how we're all referring to it as power word kill.
I mean,
I mean, how else would we describe what it is exactly?
We are using meta knowledge on what the spell was, but
Yeah.
I mean,
Cal said,
You're
know.
using what you assume it to be based on the
Yeah.
context as well as what.
I know.
world
It's an
knowledge
accurate
exists.
description of what it does.
Malcolm has brought up that he had this spell back in the Moth fights.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that Kilcius is using that spell.
Oh yeah, you're
yeah,
not.
we're making an assumption.
Plot
to
twist,
try
it's a
to hedge
10th
our
level
bets.
spell.
Yeah,
Oh
for
my
all we
God.
know, he literally just has my off switch.
he actually just cast Hex, and it was just so user was just so scared.
Heart attack. Diabetes. Oh no.
It was Phantasmal Force.
Because remember, he made me in like a lab. He literally just has the cutoff switch.
He just looked at Yuza, Control Z, and just fucking
Yeah.
bones.
Yeah.
User.exe has ceased.
Quick, put her in ice.
It's a literal kill. So it's a literal kill switch. Kill switch engage.
All right, let's
but-
get back in.
But
No, what the
I
shots?
I would have no idea, as I have never heard of this ability.
Basically, what happened is he just kind of looked at us, and me and Merrick were paralyzed. When the vampires came to attack us, and they couldn't even harm us. It's like we were in a stasis that couldn't be affected by our surroundings.
You know, if this wasn't so scary, that'd sound really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You weren't there.
That being said, we couldn't do anything to help Yuzo at top.
But Dispel Magic brought us out of it. So
I don't think Tala needed help in that fight.
No, Tala certainly didn't.
What'd you say?
That Tala didn't need help in that fight.
She was the one person who did not need help in that fight.
Oh.
Really killed my pride, though.
Walker, would I have any idea of this ability at all?
You
Heard anything like it?
you can make an Arcana check.
Yay! That's my second best skill. But that's a natural 3, so I don't think a 13 does it.
No, you have heard the best you know is that he cast a 9th level power word kill on you and probably used either the stone or some kind of ability similar to your unique origin that allowed him to cast without verbal components.
I mean, power word kill is verbal, and it's just verbal anyway. He did tell me to die.
I mean,
Okay.
Well, maybe you just following
did
instruction.
any of y'all have observant? Were any of y'all reading lips?
I almost took that feat. I will be honest. Avok almost took that feat just to be a perception nightmare.
Man, how useful would that have been
In this
Oh,
one
don't.
instant.
to know exactly what word he said?
I will
Shame.
take either mobile or observant to be your undoing.
I mean, I vaguely remember you saying he tells you die, and you die.
The word was.
I'll take mobile, you take observant.
Okay. Okay, yeah, use this as... No, I'm afraid I've never heard of such an ability. It seems to have components of multiple spells, but not in a way that could be combined like that normally.
Well, he has a Philosopher's Stone inside of him. We have to go with the assumption that he doesn't play by the normal rules of magic.
By the way, as you all are finishing up this kind of like, or at least you make that statement and observation, the screaming in the other room has stopped.
Oh, finally.
I think I feel my ears are fucking sharp.
Oh, sorry.
In that case, Merrick, you know that the screaming stopped like 2-3 minutes ago.
Oh yeah. When James gets in, I'm going to ask that he find a way to protect our scouts. Maybe not exactly with vampires, but like have a bubble around them. Like tell people to not fuck with our boys, you know?
I literally
Yeah.
thought you were about to say, I'm gonna talk to Hardgrove about getting some fucking earplugs.
Oh, that's also on my list.
Yeah, I think I don't want to risk another reset. I think we need to make our assault.
I mean, the reset happens when he dies.
So we just make it so he doesn't die.
We cast Death Ward on him.
Actually, that's a really good idea. Yeah.
I mean, yes, we do need to work under the assumption that if we are about to dismantle his territory, he will just kill himself.
That requires a lot of effort, though. That goes against most.
Have you forgotten how squishy I am?
I'm saying instinctively. It's not so easy as to just off yourself. Trust me, I'm kind of an expert on dying.
Are you though? Are you really?
You
kind of spoiled up the last one.
Fair enough.
So,
Hella cursed. Oh no.
Oh, she's mad.
The world really is ending.
He's confused.
James, can we borrow some vampires?
Potentially.
What a weird thing for a cleric to say.
Yeah,
Blood
kind of caught me off guard too. Potentially. What do you want?
Just enough forces to stall some guys. Or at the very least, distract.
How many guys?
We got 3 hostiles. One of them's a mage that's capable of at least 9th level magic, and has quite a few other tricks up his sleeve.
Okay, so like 12 guys tops.
That would be helpful, yes.
Cool.
Also, they cannot kill this individual.
He's a Githyanki.
If the gift dies, the reset triggers.
So what I'm hearing is you don't need vampires.
Do you have something else?
You have something better?
No, I'm saying that if I send my guys, it doesn't matter how practiced they are at not killing, they will kill him, because that is in their nature. If I were to say fight someone, they would be dead. I may not mean to, but that is what would happen.
So if they fight to kill, they're gonna live.
What?
What?
I'm confused. I'm sorry.
I have in my possession a bunch of fucking vampires. If I send them after someone and say, go fight that guy, they're not going to fight that guy. They're going to fucking kill that guy. If you tell me, send out the rabid dogs, but don't let them bite that guy, they're all going to bite that guy, 'cause they're rabid dogs.
Do you have anything that has a bit more restraint in your arsenal?
Yeah, more like guard dogs than attack dogs.
We need something to bite, not rip out its throat.
See, that would have been better early. I mean, I have people that aren't vampires. There aren't a lot of them, but obviously in order to conduct a lot of my business, I do need people that aren't vampires on my payroll.
Wonderful.
What are we talking about?
I mean, like, I've got a few Shadowkai, some Fae, just some normal folk that have stumbled into the Shadowfell over the years that have worked into my employ.
Whatever you can spare to help us out.
The sooner we can stop this from happening, the sooner you can get out of this loop as well. Thank you for your assistance.
That's so great. Here's the thing. If I am going to be committing manpower to an operation, you can't just say, whatever you can spare to do a thing. I need to know what's going on, how many people are required, do you think there might be a plan, or a double cross, or like a backup plan that this person may have that may require more than a dozen guys. I need strategic information, not thanks, friendo.
So, here's what we know. We know that once we make our launch our attack on the first hand, the second hand, Kilcius will likely know what's going on and make a move to stop us.
I have an idea.
Yes.
Why don't
What
I
James?
appreciate your idea. Can it wait until the briefing is done?
Yeah. Well, we know that when Kilcius does show up, he's going to try to make a move on Yuza to kill her first, because she's our best weapon to deactivate and destroy these hands.
Also, I kind of single-handedly took him down last time, but whatever.
So our current working plan is to have the vampires attack the other sides first, just as a distraction, to lure him or any forces away from us, closer to the hour hand, as we dismantle the second hand and then the minute hand.
Got it. Rando.
Okay. So you said how the goal is to distract him and move him away from places.
Yeah.
What if we just set up people at all the locations right away?
I thought that was the idea.
So we just hit them all right away. I'm just saying,
Get back.
because it didn't sound like we were talking about that.
Yes, I agree with Rando as well. From Merrick's description, it sounded like you all were just trying to plan like hit and run diversionary tactics, which
That
If
was
we're-
what I was describing, yes.
if we're talking a 9th level spellcaster, first off, that's not going to even bother or phase them. Second off, if this person is as clever as Yuza has described, they're going to have countermeasures in place so that they don't have to directly intervene. Having to get themselves involved would require a drastic step.
Alright. There's two others with him, another vampire lord and a warrior from the material plane.
Okay, he'd probably send the warrior from the material plane if he hasn't already put in countermeasures against tampering. When you all went to the foci last time, what happened exactly?
Illusionary hologram of Kilcius appeared and told us to fuck off, essentially.
Okay, question. Is this person the principle of illusion?
No.
Then that probably
Transmutation.
wasn't a fucking illusion. Which means
That
that
was him?
that was the countermeasure. To what degree it will interfere with your plans is up to whatever he described it to do, but more than likely, he's using some form of transmutive magic to... If this is a temporal magic, he's bending time in some way, so you might just end up fighting waves of him.
Do you
Worst
think he
case
just
scenario.
has a bunch of like glyphs of wording that just have him teleport to wherever he needs to be?
No. I just said he won't want to intervene if he doesn't have to directly. He probably, as I just stated, has a bunch of temporal doppelgangers that are just going to hang out until stuff starts getting tampered with.
Yeah, we saw those. I'm back, by the way.
Yeah, that's like worst case scenario is that he has a bunch of them.
I think you guys one at every station.
I mean, that's best case scenario. If he has more than one at every station, that's worst case scenario.
Okay. I'm sorry, I was in the bathroom. What did I miss?
Nothing really.
James is trying to help you all build a tactical approach to this.
Fair enough. Alright, so
So yeah.
do we want to have...
So let's start with this. How many men do we think we need at each location to destroy the smaller areas?
Well,
Which one were we at last time?
the one
I
you
think
were at
what-
last time was actually the second hand. Which
Okay.
that was the first. Sorry, that was the first one you saw. The one you tampered with would have been the one at 8 on the clock face. So the one to the
Nice.
left of the second hand. That was the
So
one. In the,
not-
that was the one in the
so
lake
not-
that y'all tampered with.
Right, so not one of the major hands.
Yeah.
Okay, so every one of them has one. Every
Mm-hmm.
single one of them.
Pretty much. We
Essentially.
can assume.
Sounds about right.
And we have to destroy second hand, dismantle 3 more, go to the minute hand, dismantle 3 more, hour hand, 3 more.
I want to remind us that when Tala got like one good hit in on Kilcius, he was already bloodied. So these guys may not be hard to kill, just hard to survive. In terms of like, they might They might
Also
be
have-
able to dish out a lot of damage, but they can't take a lot. It's just want to throw that out there to the group.
That's
we also
fair.
have the issue that we need, if we end up fighting him one-on-one, we don't want to, kill
Destroy
him,
him,
so we're
yeah.
back to square one.
I'm pretty
does-
sure like these Kokias copies are safe to destroy.
Yeah, Hawk, you've been casting Death Ward on Merrick subtly, so I'm assuming Death Ward doesn't need to be a willing creature.
Let me double check. Death Ward. It does not say, you can touch a creature and grant it protection from death.
So in theory, you could touch Kokias and be like,
Yeah.
just as a failsafe, we can cast it on him and be like, okay, we can dish out a lot of damage, it'll only drop him to 1.
Yeah, I don't think Wizards ever considered them casting this on an enemy.
Which is a very interesting strategy if I do. Yeah, it's a very interesting tactic I do if I may be so arrogant and be cocky for a second.
Yeah.
Yes, but that will prevent one death.
But it at least signals to us that, okay, he's really weak. We can like spring on him now. Don't go lethal. And at worst, at that point, all he can do is like do 1 point of damage and knock himself out.
Walker.
Mhm.
Just double checking something in my notes. I wanted to double check with you. From what Tala spoke with the Raven Queen, if Tala banishes this guy, it it affects how. Basically, if Tala banishes him, it causes damage to the Raven Queen or someone else, right?
Yes. Removing him from this domain does change up the order of like rulership, but it also does have unforeseen consequences for the Raven Queen, as she is currently tied to him in some capacity.
So no Mammon's Fang.
Yeah. 'Cause I was thinking,
no.
I was literally just thinking, cast banish for a second. I'm like, no wait, pretty sure Raven Queen said that's a no-no because that was one of the things I specifically asked.
Yeah, I brought management last time, and I decided not to for that specific reason.
Yeah,
so.
it so suffice it to say, if you cast banishment on him, it would have unforeseen consequences for Blackreach specifically.
Tala points that out to the group as well for like saying that from her conversation with the Raven Queen, we cannot consider banishment as an option either.
Which means we can't consider any method that would remove him from this plane.
Exactly.
Correct.
The plane of
Also,
death,
if-
dagger, boots, any of that.
If he's tied to the Raven Queen, then using Mammon's Fang on him as a weapon is dangerous.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'd rather not go to the Elemental Rally again.
Fair enough.
I mean, you wouldn't
dagger.
have to do that. Y'all got the thing. You would just have to break into a highly secured vault underneath the Emperor's Palace in the Platinum City and get the elixir back.
Or we could ask nicely.
No, that sounds
Sure,
more fun,
that's an option.
Yeah, we'll just ask the front guard. I'm sure they have clearance.
though.
Anyway,
Let me in, I'm Mary Gilda. There's
Immediately
no we're the main
arrested.
characters.
but yeah, so are we thinking station people at every outpost? Because if we can destroy the second hand and then coordinate with the other groups to have them destroy 3 of the other outposts immediately, that would be simpler, so that way we can immediately move to the middle hand. But that's coordinating with 11 different groups, or up
I
to.
can set up some flares.
Hey, Walker.
Yes.
I think we talked about this, but I can't remember the ruling. Like way back when we first started using the rune to make everyone's memories come in.
Mhm.
If we were to get partway through this mission, like we destroyed the first hand and or the second hand, but failed to finish that third one, and the reset happened, would we keep that progress or would we restart?
No, it
from
completely
beginning?
restarts.
Okay.
Once
that-
the reset happens, like all 12 foci have to be destroyed in one run.
Right.
There's no checkpoint partway through.
Nope.
Gotcha.
So here's my thought process. If we do have other vampires stationed at the other sites, I vote for like at least 4 guys on any given sites. And with that in mind, I can equip each group with a flare. So when they finish their mission, they can just send up the flare, so we know that they're done. If we don't see a flare, we know shit's gone wrong. And I can prep a couple flares for myself to let the group know, okay, we just took care of the second hand. B team, go. And then when we take care of the minute hand, send up another flare. C team, go, etc. It will let Kilcius know what's going up.
Or at least we be coordinated.
As much as I am really enjoying this Irwin leading the Survey Corps on their first mission, from Attack on Titan Season 1, I will let you all know, currently you're only relying on one resource that you have in the city of Blackreach.
And I was going to mention we have the
we have other
Paula's
people.
shapeshifter friend we could potentially talk to.
We also have Gabe.
We do have the scouts.
Yeah, you've got the scouts, you've got Gabe, you've got the people that work for...
Werewolf Bros!
Yeah, you've got the
I
Knockjager.
I wonder if the scouts have recovered from their death experiences yet.
I mean, honestly, y'all have left him alone with Gabe for 3 resets. I'm pretty sure they're doing pretty pog right now. Like you've literally just left them alone with Gabe.
Legit though, Tala would just not to be callous towards the people of this community. Tala would argue about not using the scouts, mainly because they're a little unleveled compared to some of the stuff we're fighting, and we came here to save them. And it's kind of a failed mission if we stop the resets and they're kind of dead.
It's not
no, that's pretty accurate.
Not a failed mission, just one with some casualties.
So, I think the main thing now, since we know that that these holograms that are holograms are not holograms, what's the plan for dealing with him when he definitely shows up at the first one?
I don't think he'll show up at the first one. I think he'll show up at
He
the
absolutely knows the order
Mm-hmm.
in which we need to go in.
Yeah, but I don't think he'll show up at the first one. I think if we destroy the second one, then he'll be like, oh shit, now I have to move.
No, he will know. He will be able to... He showed up at a random one that wasn't important to us at the time. He will know the second we start messing with any of them.
That was that temporal, I thought.
Yeah, that was a temporal thing. He didn't personally show up to any of these.
So, what I'm understanding is temple clones will appear at each site, but not the real him.
Right, that we know of. It could just be step 1 of his security.
If we kill the temple clone... Go ahead.
So the second we start messing with the first one, he is going to know, and he is going to show up in his holographic state. What is the strategy for dealing with that?
Okay, so as I understand, it's not actually him, it's a clone.
The program.
Yes. It's not going to be him himself, and
it will definitely have his capabilities.
Oh yeah.
A majority of them, at least.
At the very least, we know that he can't take a lot of damage, so we might be able to set some traps for when he materializes, so we can at least get a good round in before he can counter.
One thing to think about, kind of goes against a little bit what we were talking about, but I mean, one person in the party did cut all his limbs off. Maybe dangle her as bait, and he might go after her personally.
He seems too reserved for that kind of...
I don't know. Just wondering how cocky he might be.
I don't think
he's cocky, but
I'd argue arrogant, but I don't think he's concerned with the likes of you or me, Tala. I think
It does me out of character saying.
Sorry, I thought that was you, Hawk. Yeah, I thought that was Tala, my mistake. But yeah, I don't think Kilcius really puts much stock in Tala or Merrick, even though Tala was the one who did the most damage. I feel he seems to be very arrogant and think the only thing that can counter him might be Yuza, which is why he killed her first.
Also, because the rest of us are above 100 hit points. If that was power would kill.
Yeah, true.
There's going to be variables that we won't know.
Yeah, but to be
And
fair,
those
you wouldn't have
variables-
known that.
True. But there's going to be variables that we... There's a lot of variables when dealing with Kilcius because
We don't know.
he's demonstrated stuff that goes against what we know magic can do. So we
think-
can't build a perfect plan, but we can build a plan that we're most comfortable with, and we just gotta attack these sites.
Yeah.
We gotta...
That's the only way we're gonna gain accurate intel. We gotta take the second hand. Once we see what that one's defenses are capable of, we'll be able to know about the others. That's right.
But we can prepare to, move. Like, okay, let me look at my notes for a second. I'm looking at the scouts because, let's see, I think it might be good to actually call on them for assistance.
They know the risks.
Yeah, Emmerich Graves, Braun, a Goliath Monk, Tiefling Rogue Scout, El Genasi Wizard. Okay, so actually, Genasi Wizard. We could send one of them to the second hand to immediately start the preparation for the casting time, and while the other ones are being dismantled.
Keep in mind, we could be doing that for all of them. Like, a magic practitioner like myself with Dispel Magic is not required to use these devices.
True. They also have a Gnome Artificer, and then there's I can't pronounce her first name, Rose. I don't know, I didn't get her class, but...
I do want to go ahead and point out, I like the energy. Having multiple sites be dismantled simultaneously is not going to be beneficial. Because with the way that this ritual is constructed, breaking them out of sequence will do nothing.
Right, so we got...
So what I could say is, Yuza would know that, if you're using the device, you can start the process, and then after 1 minute, someone else can start the process on another site.
Yeah,
That's
it
what I
takes
was
10
thinking,
minutes to
honestly.
delayed starts.
Okay. Then let's do that.
We need a
Which
domino
would-
effect,
which
this guy.
Which would mean we need a reliable, quick means of communication between those three. Actually, no, between
this
all
still
of them,
work?
because we have to break for before the next one.
We have to do second, 3 minute, 3 hour, 3.
Mhm.
Right. So everyone needs to be able to communicate with each other.
And then what we can also do is, if in theory we have 12 teams working in minute offsets, as one group finishes, it can go to the next group and convene to back them up until essentially all teams converge on the hour.
Oh, I don't
Wait-
like.
wait
I
a
don't
sec.
like 12 teams. That's a lot of teams that can go, and a lot of area that can go wrong.
Wait,
It is.
guys, I just thought of something.
What's up?
Walker, how do you pronounce that purple place with the X at the top of the map?
Oh,
Noctiaga.
Noctiaga.
Not Tiager. Yeah, remember, pretty much everyone in this city he can monitor because of the water.
Shit!
Yeah,
And
oh
he
my
can-
god.
and I was going to mention that that's someone we haven't spoken to yet.
No, we've
Not-
spoken
no.
to him.
No, we
y'all
spoke
spoke
to
to
him.
him. James tasked y'all with bringing something to him, and y'all spoke with him.
He's
called-
well.
he called
well.
Mel-
Oh, not
his
yeah,
werewolf.
not sorry. Yeah, that's what the flamboyant guy that Tom took a liking to. I was thinking of the We were also requested to speak to that one monster. I'm thinking the aboleth. Sorry.
It wasn't the well. He told you about an aboleth that is outside of the consent
Yeah.
cottage, and he warned you about it. He didn't say speak to it. He said
Yeah, that's my mistake. I had the wrong thing written down.
the ogre is someone who you and Yuza have met. They operate the circus in town that
Yeah.
and they are kind of like a master of
quote,
kind of like the
very-
information network.
Yeah.
Like James handles the logistics, they handle information, and Noctiaga handles monitoring people and gauging moods.
Noctiaga, are you listening in on this conversation? If so, slap my face.
Your face is slapped
Oh, no.
promptly.
Why do I keep saying that? Are you willing to lend assistance? If thumbs up for yes.
Not up his bum.
Important distinction. You, Tyler. Thank you.
You put a reluctant thumbs up.
A very disappointed thumbs up.
If a thumbs
Okay.
up could shed a single tear.
Why is my thumb crying?
As your thumb, like a single bead of sweat drips down your thumb.
That's
Okay, so we
bad.
have a means of communication.
So hold on, question. Not Tiago. Can you impose difficulty? Like, can you use this ability to restrain people who have drinking the water? If Kilcius has forces, can you hold them
down.
back? Okay, never mind.
Is your ability to manipulate Merrick's body also include his vocal cords?
Thumbs down.
Darn it.
I mean, how
So,
about this?
Which means we can't communicate information to him that he can relay to other people.
Yeah.
He can't relay anything to anyone.
Yeah.
He can give a slap.
Yeah, we can raise things in the way of signal B team. It's their turn, and those
Can I make
signals just a thumbs
suggestion,
up.
guys.
I have an idea.
Yeah, I did too.
Oh, you go first.
Remember the mannequin? You know, the one that
James
the
has.
kick and all that. What if
Oh.
every time he tries to cast a spell on Yuzo, he just kick it?
James, could you be on mannequin duty?
Wait, Tala, what is your suggestion here?
The mannequin that we
James
used to
literally
trap
kicks him
it.
with the balls every time he tries to cast a spell. To distract him.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying get mannequins of Yuza as decoys.
So
No, we haven't. We only need one user right now.
James comes in and is just like, "You want me to just kick a man in the balls every time he tries to cast a spell? I mean, I've done less with less. Sure, it's a means of
You can get
distraction.
more creative if you want.
Or you can have one of your men do it, and you can come out into the field with us.
The thing is,
So I'll do it.
Kilcius seems capable, like I am, to cast magic without being obvious about it. Which
But-
means...
yeah. I trust James though.
Yeah, but Wolfman has no odds.
By the way,
Sure does.
as you've been like having these discussions about communication, Merrick, your hand, like the one hand you have, is just kind of like going, which I just realized, like,
Can we just hand him a piece of paper?
hold on a second. First off, this shouldn't have worked in the first place because you ingested the blood within the last cycle.
Yeah.
So this shouldn't have worked.
Which
But
means you wouldn't have it. Yeah.
we're just gonna streamline this. Your hand starts going zany, and then, like, in a flash of, like, discotheque light, the Noctiaga appears in the living room and is like, "This is taking a very long time and is very inconvenient. First off, I don't like being spoken about in a roundabout manner about the way I operate my business. Secondly, yes, I could communicate with everyone and coordinate all of the efforts if I wanted to. It would just require a lot of effort, and I would have to bust out some magic items I haven't used in a very long time. It's just a matter of doing this. Are we putting together a rave? Is this the party? Are we doing a party?"
Oh, we're putting together a hell of a party.
We're putting together an assault to save the Raven Queen, but if you help us, we will have a killer party. I need to thank you for your cooperation.
So this isn't a party, but there's a promise of a party later.
I mean,
Yes.
I
We'll get a
still owe
party,
you a party.
yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes. Remember, you're supposed to teach me how to
No.
have fun.
Noctiago, I have never in my life been to a party. You can
God.
show me how to party properly.
He looks at you and he goes, "I can sense that this is bullshit."
I mean, is it?
Yeah, he went to.
It kind of is.
He's gone to 2 parties since the campaign started.
Oh, I totally forgot about those.
That's Storm.
You guys really forget?
Because
You guys actually forget?
Yes.
I mean, Tala hasn't been to a party in game, has she?
No, she is not.
No.
And she hasn't been to
Remember-
a party in her backstory either.
Yes,
Merrick,
Tala.
Storm, how'd you
He's
forget the
contractually
party?
obligated to teach her how to party.
Storm,
We're
how did you
established
how did
this.
you forget the party in which you guys staged
We
Avon's
killed Avon.
death?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
A murder.
there's the party that y'all had literally after the Boneyard with Maxine and everyone else. Then there's the party y'all had where you staged Avok's death.
I mean, does that one count though?
Yes!
Yeah,
it's a party.
Merrick is such a stick up his ass. I didn't think he actually knew how to party.
I never said he threw a good party. He just said that he's been to
Party.
parties.
Preoccupied during the
Oh.
second one.
Tala asked Natyar, like, so, as we mentioned before, I've never partied. Do you really want me to be in a situation where my first party is thrown by the Lord Commander?
Yikes.
He looks at you, Talon, and he goes,
Or, worst case, my brother?
I have...
Whoa. Excuse me?
I take a little offense to that second bit, because first off, I've been to a party that Rando has been to, and I'll admit his party skills not great, but he can throw down when it comes time for it.
Again, though, did he host the party?
Oh fuck no!
Well, connection lost.
Absolutely
Not
not.
Tiger Sean.
The connection hurt Natyar so much he imploded at the thought.
Can y'all not hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
can
now.
You know.
Okay. Well, I
We did
said
not hear anything the Tiger just said.
I said, oh fuck
What?
no.
Okay.
I'm a little hurt, guys.
Anyway, yeah, no, I can be the first party you go to. Yeah, we could do that. I can set up the means of communication. I just need to know how many people we're talking, and yeah.
All right. So I vote that we do in fact call on the scouting team.
I vote against it, respectfully.
They are your people. You're one of them.
I understand that we're here to rescue them, but if they're also soldiers, do you think that they want to just sit by?
I mean, one of them maybe.
While they are soldiers, and again, I do not like to speak ill against any of our compatriots, I feel like they have been made well aware of their limits at this point. I just don't want to see them getting hurt or other people getting hurt trying to protect them.
I say we give them the choice. If they don't want to, then we don't force them.
I agree with Rando on this.
Commander, they will follow you into hell.
And that'll be their choice.
So anyway, how are we gonna do this? I think we shouldn't have all of our eggs in one basket here. I think, as much as it sucks, I think it might be a good idea to split up the party just in case he shows up at one other time.
He's going to show up multiple times.
I mean the real him, though.
Not Tiago.
Oh,
You can
what-
alert us when he's coming and which one he's coming to. Can you?
I mean, it would be like in the moment. Like, I could be like, hey, he's walking down Main Street, and then if he teleports, then, you know, I'll be like, oh, he's here now, but by the time I tell you that, you will have already seen him.
Fair.
Yeah, it's not a rocket science, it is just communication.
For the second hand, I say we stick together. From there, we can just so that we at least get a sense of the security on these things.
Keep in mind that he might not show up to any of these personally.
True. He actually might be too busy dealing with whatever the Raven he's trying to do with the Raven Queen.
That has a possibility, but
Because
let's
if he
assume
knows,
worst.
I'm also assuming worse, but this might be worse. That he sees us doing what we're doing, so he ramps up trying to to do what he needs to do to finish off the Raven Queen.
Well, it depends on when we do this, because keep in mind, every time he's attempted this, it's taken several days to get going. He doesn't just immediately bum rush the castle.
So the sooner we can, in that way, the sooner we can start, the better.
Yes, but also keep in mind, the second he knows that the two are broken, he could just reset us. So one way or another, we have to neutralize him.
True.
And if he chooses not to show up, that honestly benefits him.
So
because then he dies and the Raven Queen hurts more.
James.
Oh, go ahead.
Wait, did you say something?
Storm, do you say that scroll of locate? Oh no, that's locate object. I thought it was a
Yeah.
scroll of locate person. Never mind.
No, I don't
have
think I
Locate
have
Breaker.
that anymore. But
I listed that you have it.
I can literally find him if we want to find him.
Okay,
Here-
find
here's my
him.
question. Yeah, James, can you send some forces to apprehend him, or just like offer to speak?
That's terrible.
Okay,
Yeah, that's right. We've been here at the beginning. Never mind.
Seriously,
Sorry.
been over here before. There's,
Never mind,
There's a
never
couple
mind.
things still that you all are. There's a few things of this plan that feel like you're still spinning your wheels, and a couple things that I'm just kind of like, okay. First off, if he chooses, yes, to ramp up his dealings with the Raven Queen. My thing is, if you break the sights, have you all charted the Raven Queen's castle? Do you know what traps or magical surprises lay in wait for you, or are you just going to die the second you get in?
Well, we know some of them.
Well, I died.
Oh shit! Yeah, we don't actually know all of them.
I have locate traps.
Okay, but
Well, that-
does that still get you through the castle to the Raven Queen's chambers, where he would be assaulting the god alive? And if it doesn't, how many people would you be willing to throw at a problem until you got what was promised you at the end? Because
So what
once
are
the
you
reset
advising?
is broken, that is it. You all are no more comebacks. If you
Yep.
die, you're dead. So
Right.
Okay, so what we can do, and Mr. Hallgrove, if you have any suggestions, I would be very happy to hear them.
I mean, I could keep throwing vampires at a castle, but you know, if a certain trap goes off and then makes an area of the castle impassable, that could be a problem.
Yes. One, we should attack at least one of these sites, just see what the defenses are in total. So maybe do attack the second hand, but either before or after we actually finish scouting the interior of the castle.
I like that. We
I
need
also-
intel on these things' defenses if we're going to destroy them.
I also think that we need to reach out to some other potential allies and strengthen our alliances before enacting the final raid.
I can scout the castle.
I think the castle, since ideally the majority of us will be going through, I think as much as it's going to hurt for all of us to go through it, I do think we need to have the party together for that one.
Agreed.
That way we are all aware as much as possible of what we're going to be going against. Say Rando stepped on an exploding tile and died.
Again.
We know where that one is, but Rando won't be there for the next two things. We can outline as much as we can, but repetition and knowledge may make or break the final run.
Alright.
Again, I don't really enjoy seeing anyone die. Take that as a personal failure, but
Tava, you've been personally communicating with the Raven Queen. Have you tried asking her to...
that is another option I was about to mention. I don't know. It's unreliable how well I'm able to communicate with her. In this last instance, I communicated with her. She was able to direct birds. Previous instances, she's reached out and we were able to verbally communicate. But there does not seem to be a guarantee.
Is there a way that you can ask her to deactivate the traps?
While we were gathering intel, I was going to potentially, if the rest of you are okay with it, I was going to try and go back to the shrine to where the connection to her might be a little stronger and try asking her again.
I will say this, Tala, you have already spent your token at the shrine, So you can pray at the shrine and your connection may be stronger, but you don't have a 100% chance of speaking with her.
Right.
However,
Avok gives her.
Avok does have a
Avok
token.
still has a token. I give mine to Tala.
Thank you.
You're a better shot at communicating to her.
Thank you, Gallus.
Okay, so now we have a means of potentially shutting down all the traps, and if it is communicated, she may decide to continue doing that. I will say this, if we do have her shut down all the traps, you know, that will give Kilcius a clean shot.
my
However,
thoughts.
you did mention, Yuza, wanting to slow him down. If I can get it arranged, I can't detain him with my people, but I can detain him myself, but that will involve bringing him here. So when you are ready
else?
to launch your plan, you have fully committed to a plan. I will get him here and we can get things going, because I can hold him for quite a while.
I volunteer to assist James if need be.
The
No.
fuck you do. I'm with
Brando.
Yous on that one. The fuck you do.
We need you with us.
So, question. Right now, is it more advantageous to go apprehend Kilcius? Once we talk to the Wraithing Queen about the traps, that is.
Here's my thoughts.
Apprehending him would involve taking down 2 Eclipse members with him.
Which-
Oh, I
Here's my thought.
can can do this like one-on-one. This is not
Got-
a situation that would involve other people. I can isolate him easily and get him in my castle. Like,
Oh, okay.
I am a very fucking powerful caster. Like, I could lock this down easy. I just don't want to waste my fucking time because
Then-
he is going to hurt me regardless of what I do.
So here's my thoughts. We save the token until he needs to ask the Raven Queen to turn off the traps. If we want to make a recon run on the second hand, we do that first. That way, at the very least, we know what we're dealing with. Because we need more intel on these sites to understand what we're up against. I am very insistent on that.
Tala also made a good point about calling in favors with the troll.
Yes, we can. I feel as though things are a little. We've talked for so long that things are a little confusing for me at this point. So I just want to recap just to straighten out my thoughts. I'm sorry, guys.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, so we have a coin that we can use to contact. No, I'm going to write this down just so I don't have my head explode. We have coin. To use that we can contact Raven Queen.
Hughes and I both got along well with
the traps.
Right.
Knock
and I
Yager's
got
gonna be
along
writing
well
all
with
this
the troll,
down on
that's
the
a-
whiteboard.
Okay. The troll is a potential option of intel as well, maybe another ally.
Yeah.
Oh, potential ally. Do we know what he can do?
I swore an oath not to go into detail, but let's say the troll has quite a range of abilities
Okay, understood.
and a good network of information and all that.
What's his scenario? That they could maybe give us information about the traps on the inside. We have the Silver Dawn team that can be used to attack other sites. As well as vampires who attack other sites, or James's agents. The idea is to attack second hand to learn the defenses. James can isolate, kill Caius. Am I missing anything? Is there anything else that anyone wants to throw out or bring up that I might be missing or misconstruing?
I'm trying to think.
Because it sounds to me like if the order of events is the second-hand ritual site, we might just want to grab literally everyone, including like the Silver Dawn Bead team and some of the Whole Grove agents, just so everyone collectively all sees what the defenses are. Be like, okay, this is and from there we can discern how many forces we need on each site, and then just book it out there.
It also depends on if you want to do a scouting run or if you all want to go ahead and launch everything. Because first and foremost, like, you have two means by which of scouting the palace. One with the coin and one with the troll. Additionally, when it comes to forces that you can recruit, you've got the Silver Dawn. You called them the B team. That's very nice. I would say probably like the X team. Like, it's a little further down the totem pole.
Yeah, we heal them for like 20 or 40 points of health, and they're like, okay, back to full, and we're like, oh no.
You mean the Suicide Squad, as Tala is now going to be referring to them?
Yeah, Task Force X, as the comic book
calls them. That's too nice of a name for them.
Well, now I'm thinking of who the actual B team of the Silver Dawn is.
Someone who's probably like 12th level.
Yeah.
Like, someone probably
leading them.
Like, these are the adventurers that we would hire if we were hiring a group of adventurers.
Yeah. This is literally like the starting adventuring party in an adventure module.
The team Damon hired is better than this.
Yes.
We would be throwing books at Walker if we were that team in this campaign.
Anyway.
Oh, maybe we're trapped here.
So, the main objective that you all have is to break the ritual sites and then stop the Eclipse agents all in one go. That is the primary. You have the options of scouting things out ahead of time, or you can just go ahead and try and rush it. Because
that sounds like a rough idea.
Well, look at it this way. If the sites are broken, that means the resets are for the bad guys too.
That makes permadeath for them.
Yep. It works both ways.
That's awesome.
So,
additionally,
we break the cycle.
Go ahead.
Like I was saying,
we break the. Okay, go ahead, Walker.
You've really put a lot of your eggs in one of the information brokers' baskets. Y'all have interacted with the Noctiager a little bit, and you've interacted with the Troll a little bit. You have a better scope of what the Noctiager can do as a broker, but the Troll you haven't really interacted with, and you don't know the scope of his forces. Like, Tala and Yuza have an idea, but there's a lot more that he can do. Additionally, you have the Scout Squad. Like, if you all choose to launch an assault now, it would be in your best interest to get every force and resource available for that, because 3 guys versus 2 armies is a lot, even if those 3 guys are really powerful.
I'm just pitching attack the second hand just so we know what the defenses are like, just because that way we know what they're capable of. Because right now we keep making conjectures about, well, what if the defenses are like this or that, and I just feel like we need answers on that at the very least.
At the very least, we can discuss with the Troll to learn the traps first. So that way, like, or at least find out what else he can offer and gather the. Like, maybe we can go to the X team and figure out if they want to even help at all. And hell, maybe we can even attack. Oh no, let's just focus on recon first, because that's the one thing we need.
I mean, attacking the
This
second hand
is
would be
a
recon to some degree.
Yes. That's
so long as we don't destroy it, right?
No, we
Or-
can destroy it. It's just it will reset with the next resets.
Yeah, so then you'll have to do it again. If you
Okay.
like, you have to do all
If
12 in
we-
one run.
Yeah.
If we do
So,
attack the second hand, I don't think we should. I think we should just go in there with the bare minimum. I don't think we should risk no allies, no
Yeah, just the five of us.
no Holy Avenger, none of that stuff. Don't let them know what we've gained. And no
I'm fine with
Rando
that.
using his new powers.
Well,
Or I guess, do they know that already, I guess? I don't know.
no, it's not about that. It's the more the fact that, like, right now, y'all are on a timetable. And while moving as a group, like the 5 of you, is beneficial for the sake of, like, tackling big things,
I'm not saying everybody go to the second hand. I'm just saying we don't show them, like, what all we've gained.
Okay, because the way you were making it sound made it sound like all 5 of you were going there with no allies.
That's not what I meant. I meant, like, don't bring in a bunch of allies. Don't let them know that we have the vampires. Don't let them know we have this or that. If we send people to the second hand, maybe not send a whole group.
But then that raises the problem of then we're the only ones that know what the defenses are, and no one else gets to see them for themselves.
We can fill everyone else in theory.
We'll have a
I disagree with this, but okay.
I mean, it was just one suggestion. I'm not team leader or anything. It's just a suggestion.
I'm just saying that otherwise we are going. It just feels like we are going to just continue talking around the table for hours, just about like
I mean,
things we could do.
you technically already have for one.
Yeah. That's kind of the frustrating thing.
I didn't mean to derail anything. It was just a suggestion.
No. It's just we're all like this entire session has been us trying to figure out what to do. So we're just trying to I think we're all trying to get past this part, which is, I mean, admittedly, we're all trying to find the best solution, which is not bad. It's just like we're just kind of trying to escape, and we don't want to escape by choosing a bad plan. So I think
we all want our characters to survive.
Yeah, so I think maybe Yuza and Tala talk to the troll, because they're the ones who've met the troll. They know him best. Maybe Merrick talks to the other team, see if they are willing to assist in the raid. I don't know what Rando would like to do. Alok's down to just...
Rando is for gunning it, and if it works, it works. If not, we'll learn from mistakes.
Perfect. Rando and Alok go on a scouting mission to actually look at the traps themselves.
Okay.
No, you two aren't allowed to go anywhere by yourselves again.
What? No, it turned out great last time.
The ends don't justify the means, Avok.
I mean, then we run to the same thing that Storm just said. You're going to be the only two who directly see the traps. Same as if we only send 3 people to the second hand.
Yeah.
I don't think everyone needs to see the defenses.
No,
I
I'm
think
just saying
sim-
that's literally the same argument was made towards the other thing. That's all.
Yeah.
No, that's
You're
fair.
right. You're right.
So who's going where?
Merrick will go talk to the Task Force X, see if they want to participate.
Okay. Wait, no, they're not at the Gabe Gazebo anymore. Y'all made it very clear they have to keep going back to home base.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are these 3 places next to the base again? One's a shrine, I know. What are the other 3 X's?
Well, this one, which...
4 points of interest.
Yeah, this one I can go ahead and get rid of, because y'all found out what it was. Well, come on. Wait, is it on the GM layer? No? What layer
I
is
think
this
it's
on?
It looks like it's on the map layer.
Well, I tried not to put it on the map layer, because then I end up selecting the wrong shit.
I look like it's on the map there, yeah. Because it's not fitting within the box.
Damn it. I did. That was the layer of the Writhing Darkness, so.
Ah.
The other ones you've never explored.
Okay.
We want to send Evok and Rendo to explore those while you guys are doing the other stuff? What is offering?
I mean, here's the option we didn't consider. Do we want Avok and Rando, the stealthiest of our team, to spy on Kilcius and just sort of like keep their distance and recon him, see what he's doing before he enters the Raven Queen's castle?
What if we learn from him and learn what he does?
Yeah, follow him into the castle.
Oh shit! Also, because I can actually say this now, Cloak of Shadows. At 11th level, you've learned to become one with shadows. Basically, when I'm in dim light or darkness, which is the Shadowfell, Avon can be invisible. And Rando can be a rat. Or a bat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I
guys
can be
can
anything.
just follow them into the castle, see their path, and see how they do shit. And if they do get to the Raven Queen, just kill him.
Or back out.
No!
Not kill him.
That is like the worst thing they can do!
I'm saying reset the shit.
No. I was like, man, Alex has a great plan. And then you got to that point. I was like, not that great.
No.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
All of us.
As
What?
the DM, we've been talking about this for 2 hours. Let's get some plan on the road, please, for the love of God.
Yeah, I do like the idea of us tailing him to see what we can learn.
Yep.
And we can keep enough of a distance so we don't pull aggro.
Cool. You
I
tailed him.
will- Red, I will mention, I had scryed on Kilcius before, and he saw that.
Oh. So, true sight.
Fine. We're fine.
He can see invisible.
Okay. But he has
Very stealthy.
Don't worry.
Hast thou traced my guy?
I have I have very
I know.
good stealth.
I'm not saying you can't stealth them. I'm just saying invisibility. Maybe don't rely on that.
My stealth can hit 40.
I know. I'm not saying you can't hide from him. I'm just
I
saying
know,
don't rely
I
on
need
the
a decision.
invisibility to do it.
No, I get you. I get you.
I need a decision. Where are you going?
Okay.
Rando, you want to spy on Kilcius? That's muted. Okay. So it's
Sounds like a thing Rando would do.
Oh yeah, like he sounded down for it before.
I will go spy on Kilcius. Oh, Huck's not feeling good. But if Zach wants to join me when he gets back, I welcome it.
Okay.
I'll keep a wide berth.
Huzzah! Progression.
Vex, what's Yuza doing?
You're just gonna head to the castle.
Okie dokes. I know Hawk's not feeling good, but since they mentioned the troll thing, I'll just go ahead and have them go over there, and that'll be what it is. And then Rando's muted, so whenever
I'm back.
Where are you going?
Welcome with Avok to spy on the villains.
Yeah, that's potentially a horribly bad idea. I'm in.
This could end very badly.
You guys
Son of a
ready for the
bitch,
classic? You guys ready for the classic?
You son of a bitch, I'm in.
What could possibly go wrong?
Nothing. Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Rando's head. Never say that again.
Okay. So, we're gonna go ahead and move around and do as much as we can because we're running short on time because a lot of people got to be out of here by like midnight Eastern, so we've got like 2 hours. So, we'll go ahead and start with Yuza. Yuza, you arrive at the castle. You easily, like, given everything that, like, Avok has laid out, as well as, like, what you all surveyed last time. You know exactly where all 12 sites are. You know what relation they are to the distance around the castle. Are you looking to enter the castle and try and start scouting things out, or do you want to scout out the sites?
The sites.
Okay. Did you bring any of the components that James had gathered with you, or are you just trying to do this solo to just kind of probe the defenses?
Second one.
Gotcha.
Don't want to give any idea that we might have a plan.
Gotcha. You going specifically for the second hand, or is there another one that you're going to probe to make him think you don't know what you're doing?
Just the closest one.
Okay, the closest one on the approach up the castle would be either the second hand or the minute hand.
Then let's go for the minute hand.
All right, that would be the closest one to the front gate. Okay. Strolling on up, arriving at the castle proper, literally wedged underneath what you would assume was a long time ago, like, a mailbox that was put in. One of those really nice, like, stone ones with a little metal thing for where you would put the letters and the packages and parcels. There is a small drawer at the bottom, like, for parcels and stuff, and when you pull it out, there is the foci.
How big are they again?
Pretty big. They're roughly, I'd say, like 6 inches in diameter. So you're looking at something about the size of, like, a small, like, ball. Not like the size of like a small exercise ball, like probably like a 5-pound medicine ball.
Okay, I try and pick it up.
I mean, it's a little heavy, but I'm gonna say that it's not, like, heavy enough that you wouldn't be able to lift it. It's gonna take some effort, but not a lot.
Okay.
It's not like you're straining yourself to pick up like a 40-pound ball.
Okay. I cast Dispel Magic at it.
Okay. I will say for the nature of this, it would have to be a ritual cast. So it will take the 10 minutes. Bright side, doesn't consume a spell slot.
Okay.
But I will need you to roll against it, because it is a higher level spell slot than what you can currently cast.
Okay. Straight.
Yep, so just a d20 plus your intelligence.
Awesome. That was like a really good roll. So that would be 24.
So as you are focusing on this and channeling your magics through it, I'll say on a 24, you definitely get the sensation that you could break this. As you just start, like, channeling your magic through it, a glowing golden visage of Kilcius appears, hovering over the orb in your hand. So just kind of like hovering, like, I would say, like, his shin is like at eye level with you. It's just like, cease all tampering with this temporal foci at once. You will not be receiving a second warning.
I drop it.
You drop it, spell, break. Oh wait, are you breaking concentration on it, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, it drops, it just kind of rolls a little bit.
Does the hologram follow it?
Hologram seems fixed in place. It seems the origin point is always above the orb, but from there they're not tied to it. He just stands there and, like, as the spell has been broken, he's just, like, looking right at you. But he's not making any moves or aggressions towards you. And after a little while, once the orb stops rolling, it floats down, picks up the orb, moves it back into its position, and closes the drawer it was in.
So, do you have all of his memories? Or are you just a program?
It doesn't seem to respond to you. I mean, it's making eye contact with you, and it's watching you. But it doesn't respond to your question.
I'm so tempted. No, I leave it. I go to another one.
Okay. Which one do you go to next?
Whichever one is counterclockwise to it.
That would be the one at the 5 marker on the clock, so to the right of the minute hand.
Yep, I just repeat the same process. I don't pick it up this time, though.
As you move, you notice that, like, as you're, like, moving in that direction, the hologram doesn't necessarily, like, follow you, but it watches you the entire time you're moving. Even when you, like, break line of sight with it, like, whenever you come back into its line of sight, it refocuses on you. And when you arrive at the next site, you notice that there is another one hovering directly above that orb.
So one activates them all. Is it automatically trained onto me?
Yeah.
Okay. I immediately fly up to get the best vantage point I can and see how many of these glowy boys I can see.
12. Exactly.
Are they all looking straight at me?
You get the general vibe that they are. Some of them, I will say, you notice, do look in different directions at times. It seems like what they're trained primarily to do is, like, they recognize a threat, just based off of, like, the way you can see their behavior from your vantage point. They perceive a threat, and that's what triggers all of them. Like last time, you all just kind of tampered with it, but you didn't do anything to the foci, and so only one showed up. This time, since you cast a spell of magic, it triggered the system. So now all of them are present, but they seem to just be focused on any external threat. For example, most of them have their attention trained on you, but anytime, like, one of the groups of, like, blackbirds swoops a little too low, you'll notice that one of them will train their attention away from you onto the birds, and then back to you, once it realizes that the birds are not a threat. Additionally, if civilians walk a little too close, you'll notice that one of them will, like, train their eye on them as they walk, but then, like, once it realizes they're not coming towards the palace, it trains its eyes back on you.
Okay. Doesn't matter which one, but I just go down. I just go down to one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to cast invisibility.
Okay.
And can it follow me like that?
You cast invisibility, and, like, it looks at where you were, and then it seems to, like, follow other external threats.
It what?
Like it looks at, same as how it did, like, with the birds and, like, the civilians that would walk by. It's just kind of like looking at anything that's it registers as a potential threat, but it doesn't seem trained on you at all. So it seems like they can't see invisibility.
I'm just gonna go while invisible and grab it. The focus.
Okay. What are you doing with the focus?
I'm trying to, while invisible, elicit a reaction, something that would make its alarm go off and say something is wrong.
So I'll say that as you grab it, that doesn't register anything, but if you try and move away with it, you notice that it doesn't seem to look at you, but it looks at the orb, and it does address you previously as like, please do not tamper with the foci. Any additional actions of this variety will result in immediate and swift action. This has been your one warning. It seems to be addressing something, because again, it can't see you, but it's aware that something is tampering with the orb.
Interesting. I'm very tempted to just teleport away with this thing. Do I want to set off the whole fucking world? Okay, with how invisibility would work, I would reappear before dooring, right?
If you're using Dimension Door, then yes. You the second you cast the spell, you would appear for a brief moment before your spell teleported you away.
Do I fucking risk it? Yes, but not with... Yes, I do, but not with this one. I go back to the second hand and grab it.
I was about to say, are you carrying this orb with you, or do you put it back down?
No, I leave that one. If there's one that is important for me to leave with, it's the first one.
Okay, so you go back, you grab the second hand,
I get the same warning as soon as I move it, I assume.
As soon as you,
Because I haven't messed with this one yet.
You know what, let me... Okay. Oh wait, it'd be a disadvantage because you're invisible. Okay. Alrighty then. Quick question, does a 21 hit your armor class?
Fuck! Yes!
Okay. Let's see. So that means...
Although, I would very much not like to be hit, so I will use my portent to make that a natural 4. Unless I couldn't see this coming.
You could see this coming. If you use your portent, you can definitely make it a natural 4 with his spell attack modifier. That would be a 15.
Damn it! That's just enough. Shit. That is my AC.
Okay, you take 18 points of damage as a firebolt strikes you. You notice that when you picked up the second hand, there was no warning.
There what?
There was no warning.
Was no warning. Okay.
So it seems like two things you've learned from this with your bomb-ass intelligence. One, it seems that they share some degree of information with one another, because the one that you picked up the orb with first told you that, you whatever you were invisible thing should not be tampering with the orb. This is your one warning, or we will attack. And so you put the orb down, and then when you picked up the orb at another site, you were attacked.
Attacked.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So now I have to roll for concentration. One sec. Okay, that succeeds.
Okay, so you're still invisible.
Okay, so I'm still invisible, but I still have the orb, right?
Yeah, you've still got the orb.
Okay. Dimension door.
Cool. You reappear. It sees you, and then you teleport 500 feet away.
Yep. And then I cast haste and whole axe.
Okay. Time for me to roll for something.
Surely nothing dangerous, I'm sure.
I'm sure the thing is meant to chase. I just not entirely sure how far.
I mean, you could probably beat this thing with ease if you really try.
It's not a counter spell, actually.
So
How's
let's see.
that HP
You're
looking?
fine.
That was the one thing I feared, is I cast the spell and it counterspelled me. Oh fuck.
I mean, we all gotta die sometime. Kidding. But no, seriously, how's the HP looking though?
54 57 out of 75.
Okay. So you teleport 500 feet away. What is
I guess when you get this girl some HP boosts and stuff.
when you take a full turn with your haste to move? How far could you move in a turn? Like in a 6 second period, how far?
Let's see, my action, my movement, as well as my extra attack. That would be plus double speed, so
So your speed will be doubled. So let's just say-
180.
Yeah. So let's
It's
see.
30 doubled, so 60 with 3 intervals of movement, 180.
Yeah, because it'd be movement dash and then you're hasted. Yeah.
Yeah, movement, my dash, and my extra dash.
So then, let's see, 180, 360.
And I'm actively... Yeah, the thing is, I'm actively waiting for it to chase me.
540. So once you get, so let's say that once you get 540 feet away, let me go ahead and roll.
540 feet, so the first turn.
No, 540. That's three turns. Because if your movement is
Right, but
60 because of your haste,
But I dimension doored 500 feet away.
yeah, I'm saying in addition to your dimension.
Oh, in addition to that.
From the
Okay.
point that you cast haste on yourself, 540 feet away from there.
Okay,
So 3 rounds.
gotcha.
Okay, just one.
My AC 17 right now.
Cool. You are full sprinting, and as you, well, I guess flying technically. However you decide to move around. You watch as one of them materializes from the orb you're carrying, and then begins to like fly alongside you. And it seems to be preparing to attack you.
So it teleported technically to the thing, reappeared, and began chase.
You
Or through the orb?
potentially.
Right, I'm just saying the thing didn't come from the distance; it appeared from the stone.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
And it's keeping speed with you.
Keeping speed. Wow.
So you have a chance to do something as a reaction, and then it will get its turn.
Reaction as in the action economy reaction, or just as I have a chance to do something?
You have a chance to do something.
Okay. Door again.
Okay. as you appear 500 feet away. Make another roll. Okay, and then another one of these. Okay. It seems like you get even less time this go around, as you only get one round between your dimension door and when it appears at the stone, as you're only able to clear about 180 feet before three of them.
Actually, this time I didn't want to chase it because I figured it would just reappear from the stone again. I would have taken that one round that I didn't know I had. And not ritually dispel magic the stone.
Okay, it's not about like ritual. The act of breaking this foci, like whether you're casting the spell or using the components, takes 10 minutes. This thing is very hardily constructed. Okay. Like it's not just snap your fingers and it go. Like you have to unweave the magic on it, so it will take 10 minutes regardless.
Okay, then instead, non-detection.
Okay.
And then double dash.
Remind me, what does non-detection do again? And are you casting this on yourself or the orb? Well, I guess I don't know how this works.
That is the... I don't think I can cast it on an object, but let me check. Description. I did not have the fucking description. Shut it down. Goddamn. So many spells. Non-detection.
A target that you touch from divination magic. You had a target. The target can be a willing creature, a place, or an object no larger than 10 feet in diameter. The target can't be targeted by any divination magic or be perceived through magical scrying senses.
It does require a pinch of diamond dust for 25 gold.
Which the spell.
Which I do have. Yeah, which I do have. I have about 4 uses of this.
Yeah, so it's a willing creature, place, or an object no larger than 10 feet in any direction.
I was not aware this could be used on a place.
As long as it's no larger than 10 feet in any direction.
I can't find my horse.
I mean,
that's not a place,
creature.
But okay.
That's a creature.
Now, if you cast it on the wagon that your horse is pulling, different thing altogether.
Where's my boat?
It's a place for Avok. He's been inside horses.
Thank you. That's my home.
Okay. Well, to answer your question, then Walker, I am unique origining this and twin spelling it. So it's both
yourself and the orb. Okay.
And then I try and hide.
Cool. Same result. A round of combat passes, and then 3 of them appear from the orb, and this time there is no delay in them preparing to attack. They are all going to go ahead and attack.
Yeah.
Since you are not invisible, this is not at disadvantage.
You might want to drop the spawn stone and dimension door the fuck out.
Trust me,
that's a 17, a 30, and a 20.
Well, since I don't have to worry about invisibility, I will cancel the 17 and the 20 with shield.
Okay. The 30 is going to go ahead and hit.
Yeah, I can't stop that. But at least now I know that not detecting the stone doesn't do anything.
So, real quick, I completely forgot for the first damage you took that since you're a tiefling, it's half damage because it's fire damage.
Right, fireball.
Yep.
Is fire. I'm a tiefling. That is the thing that I have.
So for this second attack, with the damage halved, you take 11 damage.
So I would have 9 back from that. So 2 more damage. Okay. Yeah, 55.
Yep. And with
Great.
your shield reaction, you have stopped 2 of the attacks from hitting. That other attack that did thump you though.
And my concentration is still good on haste.
Yep.
All right. Well, now that 3 of them have shown up.
Yep. I can say that again with the full 20 intelligence. You can safely assume that it's not that they're teleporting to the stone. It's that literally these are whole new creations of the stone.
Yeah. Yeah. And in that case, I can't cast another concentration spell or else I'm fucked.
Nope. But
So-
I will say this: you do have one option that you haven't done yet. But
Sorry,
I'll give
Cutting
you.
out a bit, there's one more.
There's one more option that you haven't done yet, but I also didn't know if you had it prepared. You haven't. I can't remember if you. No, you didn't earlier. I don't think.
My
Identify.
prophetic vision? Oh, my identify. No, I had not done that. So I have 2 actions, so sure. I'll cast identify on it.
Awesome. I'm sorry, I sounded a little too excited about that, but I have been wanting to send this to one of y'all for a while.
That's fine. It's
And
really
I'm-
something I should have done a long time
I'm glad
ago.
that if anyone got it, it's you, Vex, because you'll appreciate this.
Oh, that's comforting. By the way, Peanut Gallery, feel free to chime in. Feel free to chime in.
Okay,
No need
what's
to be
up?
silent. No need to be silent. All I'm doing, I'm literally running as fast as I can.
Drop
Gotcha.
the orb.
I don't like the backseat game.
Ditch
No.
I believe in you, Yuza. You can 1v a dozen these guys.
They'll
But
just
this-
keep spawning until I die.
it. Ditch
Again, that's
the
what
orb.
happens. You get a baker's dozen, then you die.
Which means the amount of people that are going to die to these things to dispel them is going to be fucking massive.
Well, I'm glad
Well,
we
now
learned
we know.
this.
Now we know!
To be fair though, these things seem to only be shooting firebolts, and they're shooting it at a fucking tiefling. So I think that's all they're programmed to do. Just keep firing firebolts until
Cone of coal.
the thing dies.
Well, the Suicide Squad's gonna go pretty quick. Live up to that name.
Fair enough.
Yes, but meaning it won't. It is not capable of casting either anything else, or at the very least not leveled
Right.
spells. Shit, where did that other dice go?
I think you gotta ditch the orb. You found out some good intel, and now it's time to survive so you can share that intel.
I mean, I'll be sharing the intel regardless, but because I highly doubt you guys are breaking the chain today.
Actually, we have to do that before 6:30, so yeah, Avok's getting on that.
Well, fuck! I lost another die. Damn
One forever.
it! I'm down to 1d20.
Oh no!
Keep losing the d20s. And for anyone wondering, Walker is still typing.
Oh my god.
Which means this is something he didn't have written down beforehand, just in his mind.
I have everything in. I didn't want to leave a paper trail for this boss fight. I have everything literally in a notebook like this. I shit you not. This module came.
So
to
you
me, like,
just So are you just editing out details that I wouldn't be aware of?
No, I'm fully copying over what I wrote down. I'll apologize for this. I'm trying to read my own spelling.
I'm saying this is the longest copy paste I've ever seen.
Yeah, no, I'm copying.
Discord character limit interrupted.
Oh my god.
Its limit's pretty big, but yeah, could be. So guys, that's the solution. We just get everyone who is resistant to fire, or better yet, anything immune to fire, to be doing this.
Is Merrick or Tyler resistant to fire?
Merrick's almost
I
fire
mean,
resistance.
I have slight resistance.
I have armor resistance being made, but it's not here.
Damn it.
Although
resistance.
Tally, your aura resists damage from spells, right?
Yeah, I do have aura to help out though.
Oh, damn.
Which means I could be taking quarter damage. I still don't think it would be complete within 10 minutes, without healing, as I am squished.
But I also have auras that heal as we go.
Yeah, if you just put up like aura vitality, I think I'm set for 10 minutes, regardless of how many fireballs the thing shoots my way.
I got aura of healing. I can just heal you for like 2d10 like every round.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the thing is, it needs to last like 10 minutes.
Yeah, we're good.
Tala, you stay, but with Yuza.
Oh, there we go. I finally have it. Let's start reading.
We'll get used to one of those like baby carriers.
Let me know what you think about that, by the way, Vex.
Just strapped to your sternum.
Yeah, but it's like a modified breastplate, so the only thing Yuza has is just her mouth and eyes to speak and aim.
Well, that's gonna make spellcasting hard.
No, you can just move your arm and mouth and stuff to speak.
Okay, the question becomes, do I
Everything else is
read
covered.
this
That's
aloud?
what I'm saying.
No, I'm gonna read this for myself first.
Tala, 3 o'clock. Aim me that way.
Yes. I mean, we do have a Goliath. We can get like one of those.
Walker,
things
that is a very cool name for this thing.
Thank you. My pleasure.
We get one of those things that Goblin ride on the back of orcs with.
A saddle?
I'm sorry, it does what?
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
Not having context to this is the best.
Don't worry about that.
Do not share. Do not share. I want this to be a surprise for us.
I want this. I want to know in character.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited.
I'm scared. It
got Vex out of all of us.
Okay,
I feel like this is a 10th level spell, whatever it may be.
I was completely wrong. He did not attach a spell level to this thing.
Oh, it's just that bad.
Well, they're yeah, no, I didn't put a spell level on it. First off, second off, I mean, at least
Wait,
at least the duplicates have a spell limit.
Did you say did or didn't put a spell limit?
Oh, that was intentional. Yeah.
Walker, that last sentence terrifies me.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, I absolutely have to worry about it.
Spell Thunder.
What do I have?
Watch, it's a level like 3 spell.
No.
Fireball, lightning bolt, counterspell.
It's
Okay.
it's like a floating chromatic orb. Just constantly.
as a D,
Are
as
we
a-
just gonna name that? We're just gonna call this out of game just the fuck you spell?
I'll say this, Vex. You joked and joked in in the campaign about like like this there won't be like I you're like, oh, he's gonna get back at me, and I'm like, no, I'm not a vengeful person. This isn't vengeance. I just thought you'd appreciate this.
It's Vex's fault. We get it.
Oh no, I had this planned a while ago. I'd been sitting on it for a long time.
Yeah, this is just hilariously coincidental payback for something I did to Walker.
I know that as a DM who is fond of homebrew items that kind of break the game, I thought this would be something you'd like.
I do. I love it. I want it, but I can't have it.
Instead, you're
So
gonna
it
suffer
must be
by
destroyed.
it. It's like I want it, but unfortunately, I've been chosen to be put at gunpoint by it.
Yeah. Do you have any fucking clue how amazing this would be for Yurion to have.
Oh yeah. This would make your gray wall completely obsolete.
It would make what?
It would make your gray wall completely obsolete.
Yes, it would.
What? Oh, that's a terrifying sentence.
Okay. Alright. Well,
Vex,
I'll save that for when we reunite. Alright, I dimension door the fuck out of that.
All right. So as you drop,
I can imagine you
leaving behind the thing.
cool, good clarification.
Flipping it off as you
You
go.
scare me. You're scaring me there.
Don't worry about it. So anyway, Gallus and Rando, what's bopping, gamers? Let's go.
Well, first of all,
By the way, I'll
So-
go ahead and just drag you over here because I feel like that's going to be a fun one once Merrick finishes having his talk with the troops. He rallies them. He's like, all right, we've got it, gang. We've got it. And just use it. Pff, we're all fucked.
Oh no!
Oh, Yuza is definitely kicking open the door like Shrek. Or Bakugo.
So first of all,
Real quick question though: does Yuza have the physical strength to do that?
fireballs are
Summoning
going.
can do
She will do it if
So-
she needs to.
So use
I
it.
have a 10 strength, the same as a common person.
Well, actually, you're 2 above a common person. Common person starts off with 8.
Really?
Yeah,
No,
8
I
is,
start
thought
with
common
9
stats
or
are all
10.
10s.
Nope. Point by specifies that 8 is the starting base level stat for any living organism, and it either goes up or down from there.
Oh,
Right.
cool.
But the-
Avok
but
is
the-
smaller than I thought.
But the commoner stat block is literally all 10s.
They're a very good commoner.
That commoner's worked hard for their gains. He works hard
I'm
for
just
Yeah, I
the
was
over
gonna
money.
say
She works hard. for the
blacksmiths
money.
only have like an 11 to my knowledge.
So Tala over here with the 20 strings, basically Luisa from Encanto.
Much.
No, a hill giant is Luisa from Encanto. You're Luisa from Encanto with one arm tied behind her back, which is still pretty impressive because it's Luisa
Anyway.
from Encanto.
Yeah.
So
Strong one. She's not nervous.
Anyway.
Avok's going to cast Pass Without a Trace on the 2 of us.
Cool.
appreciate it. I'm going to cast Enhance Ability on myself.
Cool. What you enhancing?
So yeah, you know where I'm going with that one.
I can assume, but if you declare it, it makes my life a lot easier.
I'm just
Dexterity.
going for that. You know, I'm going for that dexterity. Cat's
Okay, cool.
grace.
You know, I was thinking wisdom. You know, crazy enough.
No, for some reason I was thinking con.
Well,
You know,
perception
as a
actually
rat,
might work.
con might
I mean, it'd be nice, but my perception's solid.
Okay, yeah, no, I just
As a rat?
the joke here is that if you're gonna
Yeah, I
state it,
know.
I need you to declare it. Especially with a spell that has
Okay.
6 different things it can do.
You're right.
Thank you for declaring that it was Cat's Grace, though. Okay, yeah, you have advantage on all dex checks.
Yep.
We're going to try and stealth to observe Kilcius and his group from a 45-foot distance. And
Okay.
if in transit I can change Ichabod to a bat, that would be a bonus.
Ichabod looks like the most dapper bat that has ever existed.
Oh
Hell yeah.
Somehow he appears as
Oh,
like a
the most-
well-groomed, like little fruit bat with a bow tie.
Oh,
So yeah. May
Knew
I
you had it in
do
your
my
way.
may I do my roll with advantage then?
Yeah, go for it, Burrow. I'm gonna mute real
Rolling
quick
some
while I
stealth.
get myself a drink.
I burned through both of my unique origins for that.
Barbosa.
Plus 10 on your
Nice.
roll, remember.
No, that is.
Oh my god.
Oh!
Good to have you back, Avok.
At 18 plus 15.
18 plus
What do you
15
mean?
is 33.
33.
Plus 10.
43.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Welcome back, Avok!
What are you talking about? He never left.
I know. I've actively been avoiding using Pass Without a Trace.
Like he's
Because
been,
it's like
Yeah.
Avok does this.
yeah, exactly. He's been nerfing his kits.
Yeah, I've intentionally never rolled sneak attack. I think I might have used sneak attack on the fight with the barbarian.
I think you did, but
Also, to be fair, like I don't think any of us would have pieced that together. I think we would have. I think me and Zach would have just assumed, okay, yeah, more red bullshit build bit.
yeah, more red. He made the same character. He just flavor texted it differently.
much.
I mean, it's basically what he did.
I mean, really, yeah. So yeah, that's 43 stealth.
Okay, with a 27 and a 43, yeah, you can approach. So, real quick, the Nachtjager does relay to you all since you've kind of gone ahead and like started work on at least this coordination. James is gathering his forces, like he's getting them ready. It's gonna take him some time. In the meantime, Nachtjager has agreed to kind of like provide y'all surveillance while y'all do stuff. He's gone ahead and let you all know via communicative means that the three of them have split up.
Okay.
Oh,
So I'm going to let y'all know that as you're heading over, and you can decide what you want to do. So, Kilcius has not left the hotel. He is still there. Currently, Marduk Shadrow is making his way towards the Raven Queen's palace. And Baralt Renalia, the Nachtjager, just lets you know that he's on the move.
What do you think, Rando?
we probably should stop the one that's going towards the Raven Queen. Anytime we give them some form of hiccup would probably be the best option.
Stop. So you want to interact with them?
Oh, no. I mean, we're going to kill that one.
Wait, which one is this? This is
King of High Rock. Marduk Shadrow, the former King of High Rock.
all right. Swing way. I'm with you, man.
Any objection?
Storm here. He has a flame-tongued rapier and a bunch of other shit that I wrote down.
Fair enough.
So that's a shopping list, if you don't mind.
Fair enough. You got it.
Okay.
You don't get to keep that shit. I will say then with a 43 stealth and a 27 stealth, if y'all are going that way, y'all are able to catch up with him and intercept him, and you'd have the drop on him. Let me go ahead and move him onto the map.
Oh, we're totally doing this.
This guy is going to go so bad.
I'm aware. You specified that you're doing this.
Oh my god, this is gonna go terribly. I'm all for it.
Hey. So hear me out, Red.
Watch
Hear
this
me
guy
out.
count.
Hear me out.
Watch this guy counts as one of the focuses, and more just spectral Kilcius appears and just attack him.
I'm gonna pull him away from y'all because y'all are getting the drop on him. Wait, actually, hold on. Let me check his magic items because this may not be the case.
Robe of Eyes.
Also, I do have a logistics question I need to ask you, Walker.
Fire away.
Cloak of Shadows. You have learned to become one with the shadows. When you use in an area of dim light or darkness, you use your action to become invisible. You remain invisible until you make an attack, cast a spell, or become into an area of bright light. Now, that doesn't say I cast invisible, so do I concentrate on that if I choose to become invisible?
Give me a second.
Using a few of these levels, like using a few of these
Here we go.
spells, not the end of the world.
Cloak of Shadows. Okay, so
I'm
first off,
coming.
it does not it does not count as casting a spell, and it doesn't use any of your key points. It is just an action that you can do that makes you invisible. However, it does count as the spell invisibility. So if you attack or cast a spell, it breaks, but additionally, since it is a special monk ability, like if you do enter an area of bright light, it ends as well because you're no longer in dim light or darkness. So say if he casts daylight on his sword and then pointed it at you, you're visible.
Then yeah, it's done. Got it. Okay, thank you. I just wanted that clarification because I hadn't become invisible yet. I was because I wanted that distinction because Pass Without Trace is concentration. I didn't want to interrupt one over the other.
Gotcha.
All right. So knowing that, I think I'll keep Pass Without Trace up and leave this for later. All right. So.
Also, Red, hear me
Uh-huh,
out.
uh-huh,
Hear me out.
uh-huh.
Hear me out.
I'm reading what you sent me. Witness. I love this.
Thoughts?
I love
Thoughts?
this.
Okay,
I love
yeah.
this. But how
Yes?
do we? But where do we get a hand glider at this hour?
One sec. This is how.
Ah, the 10-foot ladder. How could we forget?
Yes.
10-foot ladder, my ass.
Hmm.
You mean 1,000-foot ladder? Cause why not?
Okay, what's it gonna reach? Take that.
Okay, but maybe we should talk transparently just so we can move some things along a bit faster.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so that's a cool idea. I don't know.
I mean, if it does the thing that you say it does, I mean, who cares? We can easily get out if need be, or if we die, who cares? We're just gonna come back.
That was literally my thought process during my event.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay. In that case, let me get the drop on him first because I can
Go
get
for
advantage.
Yeah. No. You got it. Okay.
Yeah. So also, if you got AOE stuff, don't worry about me. Just
No. Don't worry. We're fine.
okay. Avok will sneak up right behind him, and I'm gonna just attempt to just. Oh god, this is gonna go so stupidly.
I know.
This goes
Go for
against every idea I have. Wait. I pull out Mammon's Fang.
Okay.
Oh no.
I stab him in the back.
Okay, roll to hit.
It just occurred to me. What if Kilcius isn't the only one fused with them? Bound to the... No, wait. We saw this guy die before. Never mind. So with advantage, because I'm invisible.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God for advantage, because that was terrible. Okay, thank God. 17 plus.
Nice.
That would be... Oh my god. That's an interesting idea. Okay, so 17...
I have so many good options.
Okay. 17 oh my god, that's a 30 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so... Oh my god, I completely... I need to get more D10s.
What?
The poison this thing does. First I'm just going to do the vanilla damage. Was my D8.
Aren't you also a rogue, so you're sneaking?
Oh no, this is going to get sneak attack too. So my...
I'm gonna go ahead and just put him in the initiative order just so we can all get a nice look at that.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. 5, 10,
Because he might just die.
13.
Okay.
21 points of slashing damage with sneak attack from Mammon's Fang.
Gotcha, so 21.
And he has to succeed a DC 17 Constitution saving throw for Mammon's Fang.
DC 17 con save?
Yes.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Oh wait, I must have this wrong because in the description I have it says an additional 40 poison damage. Oh wait, there's a different thing. Gotta read that. It deals an additional 12 poison damage on a failed con save if the target is poisoned for 10 minutes. This effect lasts for 1 minute and cannot be used again until the next dawn. Oh, upgrade effect.
It's 8d10 poison.
overcome-
Same
Oh,
con
yeah.
save. And
But-
additionally, the poison can only be removed by a remove curse spell.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is it half
Nice.
damage on a success or no damage on a success?
It will be half damage on a success. Because it's
Did he
Mammon's fucking
succeed?
thing. I'm still rolling. Give me a second.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is just in case the battle continues.
First thing I have to do is check and see if any of his stuff gives him advantage on con saves.
That's fail.
Boom. Here we go. Advantage on saves against being poisoned and resistance to poison damage itself. Cool.
Oh, that's right. He's a Rune Knight. Yeah, that would do it.
Damn.
16.
Rude Knight's cool though.
Oh yeah, it is.
All right. That is a 24 on his con save.
Yeah, that'll succeed.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
So that's half then.
Yep.
27.
That's half and then half again because he's
Oh, that sucks. Okay.
Oh my gosh, I forgot
27.
about one of his other runes. Hold on.
Oh shit.
You don't get sneak attack because he can't be surprised as long as he's not
Can't be
incapacitated.
surprised.
Yep.
So then in that case, add back 8 hit points because I rolled a 5 and a 3 for the damage on the snake attack.
Okay, so how much was the damage for the stabbing total?
It was 21. So add back 8 of that because I still have the dice facing up from that.
Got it. And then poison.
I'm trying to calculate that right now.
No, just give me the total. I'll go
I
ahead
keep
and
losing my.
quarter
You got it. 7, 5, 6, and 2. Total is 40.
it. So 10.
Yes.
And he is not poisoned.
And I'd like to expend a key point for stunning strike.
Okay, he will make another con save.
Good thing he's not.
That is a natural
advantage on
20.
that. Fuck.
Okay. I will
Why
use
did I
my
say that?
extra attack to punch again.
Okay.
This one's just going to be an unarmed strike, so this is going to be
By the way, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and wheel him around to face y'all.
fair enough. Just going to elbow him in the temple for an 18 to hit.
18 does not hit.
Earlier blows. That's going to miss. That's 12. And okay, that's going to be a 24.
That does hit.
Okay, stunning strike again as I roll damage.
Okay, another con save. Ghetto 20.
Okay, yeah, that's going to succeed. Rando, this was a terrible idea. I love it. That's going to be just a flat 8, 9, 10. 13 points of damage.
Okay.
And I look at him and go, it's imperative you come with me at once. No.
He is going to...
Hello, friend.
He's going to go ahead and draw his rapier, and
Did
I
you
need
feel that?
both y'all to roll initiative.
Yeah, Rando already did. I'm going to roll mine now.
Oh, Rando rolled his?
I just
16. Okay.
Yep, I just prepped ahead just in case. I'm like, well, just in case, you know, shit hits the fan. Here's my initiative.
21.
Rando, this should work. Stabs him. Oh no, it didn't work.
Oh, I just missed his initiative. Damn it! I'm just under him.
It's kind of weird being bottom. I know what I said.
Don't worry, Randall. You're at power bottom.
Oh no.
This is an environment that I've created, and you know what? So crazy enough, Raven Queen dies, whole dimension collapses. Campaign. Oh, fuck. Oh no. Anyway,
We're
yeah. So
all gonna die.
it's Marduk's turn. Woo.
Oh wait, he doesn't see me yet.
No, I'm the only opponent he can notice so far.
Unless his passive is just that fucking crazy.
Now I know what you're thinking. Do I want to attack the half-orc? The answer might surprise you.
Okay, so he is going to use his bonus action
It's cyanide.
and activate the effect of his Hill Rune. And then he is going to go ahead and use his actual action to attack. All right.
The answer might surprise. Oh!
And let's go ahead and pull that up.
How close would I be? 45 feet still, I'm assuming?
Did you decide to get any closer before it?
No.
Well, yeah, 45 feet probably.
Yeah, you're still 45 feet away.
Yep, I figured.
Okay.
I just want to confirm that's what I did.
Okay.
Huh.
First things first. Gallus, does
Maybe.
a 28 hit?
28. Yes, that hits my AC.
Cool, so that was a nat 20, so I'll keep that in mind. Does a 12 hit?
Huh. Miss.
Coolio. Alright.
I should have used a bonus action on some of my arms. That wouldn't have broken my stealth.
It happens.
Yeah, I didn't think it. I didn't think through. Oh well. I didn't think he would be resistant to Mammon's Fang's poison.
Yeah.
Also, I can only use that ability once a day, so this is gonna be interesting.
I mean, hey, once we die and come back, it won't matter, because you wouldn't have
Exactly.
used it.
Yeah.
So, should I do the thing?
Let's see how round one goes first. Let's not open
Okay,
with that.
okay. Let's not get crazy yet. Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Let treat this as recon. Scout what he can do.
So he stabs you for a total of 38 points of damage.
Okay, 38.
Which is totals are 13 piercing. Oh wait, I forgot to add something. 1 second.
Okay.
Sorry, it's 46. Forgot to add his damage bonus. So 13 piercing. 4 of it comes from dueling. 8 of it comes from his strength modifier, and then 21 is fire damage.
You can get that total one more time.
Okay, so we got
I'm just double checking my abilities, make sure I don't have anything that can just resist.
Uncanny dodge.
I'm not high enough rogue for that.
Damn it.
Oof,
wait.
Evasion.
Deck saves
not
only.
high enough.
No, I have evasion as a monk.
Oh, right, Monk, yep. It seems like, wait a minute.
So that's the
I
that's
mean-
the split. I
I don't want to have my arms out. I can deflect that fire.
I had to do the math for the piercing because technically his strength modifier and his dueling feat fighting style count as piercing for the sake of the damage.
Okay. Well, that sucked for me. I'm nearly bloody with one shot.
Wait, I just realized something. So I'll have you
Yeah.
take that damage, but he wouldn't have been able to activate his rune because it requires a bonus action to activate the flame tongue. So I'll have you take more damage, but that means that he's going to take more damage on his turn because he's not resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
Okay.
So yeah, that was his turn. He drew his rapier, said its command word, and stabbed you twice.
Okay, so do I get any health back? I'm confused a bit.
You don't get any health back.
Just deactivated the rune.
The resistant rune. Okay,
The
I'm sorry, I
resistant rune,
misunderstood.
yeah. His hill giant rune that would have given him resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
Avok's just gonna look at him like, that was very rude of you.
He just looks at you and he goes, "You fucking stabbed me with Ziara's fucking knife."
Holding the knife, I look behind me like, that was me? No. I think we got off on the wrong foot.
I'm gonna fucking kill you. And you know what? No.
He makes good.
Not yet.
He's gonna try.
He's
not-
considering action surge. He's considering
He's
action
considering.
surge.
He's considering. You
Understandably so.
stabbed him in the back. But he'll hold off for now.
Would you prefer me to stab you in the front? Okay.
Obviously.
Let me double check this ability. I want to just confirm the actions. Okay, that's an action to do that.
The back is dishonorable.
Hey.
If you guys want to call him back up, by all means.
No, we're fine.
No, we're good.
We would not
We're
reach them in time.
good. 6 key points for Way of the Wraith.
Okay.
I mean, I have boots that can teleport me.
Hey, Red.
Yeah.
Just look what I sent you real quick.
No, I saw.
Okay, you see? So yeah?
I can.
Bottom one.
Interesting. Oh,
I think bottom one's probably a better option.
I don't know what that means. Anyway, I'm summoning my shadow duplicates.
Cool. Ghost Fox.
Ghost Vox.
I will say this. In the past, you have had them appear... Well, no, because they can only appear as Gallus right now. Never mind. I was going to be like, do they appear as
For now.
Avok? But I'm like, for now, they can only appear as Gallus because they mirror your physical form.
That and Avok wouldn't want to risk that outing him.
Mm.
Excuse me.
What do I do as my bonus? I
Fuck him up.
can't attack with my bonus yet.
No, you could as a monk.
Oh, I can just do one punch.
Yeah.
I'm sad that my voice cracked on that.
Like, remember Benny's been doing that for the entirety of our home campaign.
Fair enough. I'm just
Also,
wondering,
Zach, it makes me feel better. The singer's voice cracks when he does it live.
do I hex him? But that's not going to do much. Because I can't affect his saves.
I mean, it gives you
Bound.
extra damage.
What was that?
It gives you extra damage.
Alright, yeah, I could really summon my astral arms, but it's whatever. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to give him a punch, and we'll see how he goes from there.
Gotcha.
That's going to be a 22.
Yeah, that just hits.
Ooh, that just hits. That's a fun thing to hear. That's going to be another 13 points of damage.
Gotcha.
Nice.
And the man's got good AC. The man's got good AC.
Yeah.
Hey guys, just looking over some of my notes, just as a reminder, his almost adamantine.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
God, why are you ruining all my
no,
surprises
no
today,
grip for
Storm?
you.
You fuck.
I'm not telling them about the other thing he has, so don't worry.
Yeah, we're telling her about the
Oh
Orb
man,
of
the
Wish.
other thing. Oh, that's so cool.
Oh.
Oh, don't I remember one thing he has, and I'm very concerned about it.
I mean, he's already drawn his
So-
sword, and you know that his armor's adamantine. He's only got 2 other fucking items.
Although, yeah, but his stocklet is the main thing I'm concerned about.
Don't worry, I don't know jack shit.
Oh yeah. But I think that's my turn. Oh wait, no, I didn't move, so I can punch again. Wait, can that attack have been my? If I remember that rule, I could have done something else. Shit. Anyway, alright, that was
You can still punch him.
one more punch.
Because you...
Another 20.
Yeah, I was about to say, you actioned to Way of the Wraith, and then you bonus action punched.
Yeah, my movement action since I'm not moving.
Movement action punch, then bonus action just single punch. Got it.
So
say the
that's
punch.
gonna be another 22.
That hits.
But why not go and burn a key point to try and stun him again?
Okay.
That's gonna be 10 points of damage.
That is a 16 on his save. Does that beat your thing or not?
I think I might have a. Let me double check. Stunning strike, stunning strike, stunning strike. 17.
Nice.
Okay, so now he is stunned, so he doesn't get. If I remember correctly, it counts as paralysis, correct?
He is stunned until the end of my next turn.
So just the effect stunned.
All right. I'm feeling dumb. What does I do again?
He basically he cannot attack. He has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws, and any attack, melee attack made within 5 feet of him is a crit. Fucker's running out of adamantine, so it doesn't matter. But he loses his next turn.
Okay.
Yeah, he's incapacitated, can't move, can only speak falteringly, automatically fails strength and dex saves, attack rolls have advantage, and then since it counts as incapacitated, can't take actions or reactions. So yeah, he basically just loses his turn. Until
Got it.
He can break your thing. Can he make a save on
Okay.
his turn, or is he just out for a round?
Let me read it again. When you hit another creature with melee weapon attack, which the unarmed strikes count as, you can spend 1 key point to attempt a stunning strike. The target must succeed a con saving throw or be stunned until the end of your next turn.
Okay, so
There's no
then
save at
he's-
the-
So he just by the end of your next turn,
Yeah.
he's
It's very rare that fighters fail these, but when they do, it sucks.
all right. Rando, you're up.
Nice. I'm gonna pull out my bow.
All right. Well, you're 45 feet away. You can easily make a shot. Is it a longbow or a short bow?
It is going to be a short bow. Because honestly, at this range, it doesn't really matter. It's just gonna be a short bow.
It changes the damage dice.
For this one, it actually doesn't. Specifically
Oh.
with the arrows I'm gonna be using.
Well, I'm just wondering why you keep specifying like,
I'm gonna
yes,
use the,
this bow, and I was like, do you have a bow in your inventory? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I have Deathstalker ammo.
Okay, but that's ammunition. Do you have a bow?
Yeah, the Ashkeeper bow.
Mother.
Yeah, the bow that can turn into a short bow.
I hate that I gave that to you. I hate
Yeah,
that.
you
I
give
hate,
the ranger a bow.
I hate. Well, it's not that. It's the fact that like I hate making these items, and I'm like, these are really nice, and I'm sure they'll get used a lot, and they never get used. And then when they do come back, it's to fuck me.
Yeah.
Like the rest of the time, it just never gets used, and then when it does come back, it's just to fuck me.
Walk
No, I
back
just
to
want-
your pain.
I just want to clarify. You said +2 to ammo. Is that +2 damage or +2 to attack, or is it both?
Does it just say +2 ammunition?
Yes, it does.
So that means it's attack and damage.
Nice. All right.
That's what
I'm
+2
gonna shoot his
ammunition
ass.
does.
I just want to make sure.
Which is an odd
Sure.
thing because you can have like a +3 bow, but then if you also have +3 ammo, it becomes like a +6 magic weapon, which is fucking broken.
What?
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
the
so-
ammunition's bonus is different than the bow's bonus.
That is.
That's illegal.
Separate
Is
things.
that so? That's a 23. Does that hit?
as Roland from Art 8th is just like FBI, give me that, just slamming his credit card down on the table.
Like, the more ridiculous thing is you can recover ammunition.
Yeah.
Oh wait, excuse me.
What was the hit? I'm sorry.
What did I say? 23. Did I say 20? This is 25. Excuse me.
Yeah, that absolutely hits. And then if I remember correctly, so you roll.
So I'm gonna
Yeah, I
roll
was
the
gonna say,
damage,
you could
and then
roll,
you
like-
need to make a con save.
DC 17, I remember.
It's for poisoning, FYI. So I think he has advantage.
Acid.
Oh. Well, it
Acid
says
damage.
otherwise he gets poisoned.
That's the condition.
Oh, okay.
But for the con save, since it's technically acid damage and he gets poisoned on top of that, like he just.
Ooh.
Well, I guess yeah, he would have advantage on the con save, but he still takes the acid damage at full because he's not resistant to it.
Okay, so that's 11 damage.
Cool. So he isn't poisoned because he rolled another 28. That's a nat 20 plus 8.
Cool. I'm gonna shoot him again. Because I
Okay,
didn't move.
how much damage?
11. 11
Uh,
acid. Wait.
Yeah, I was about to say it'd be whatever your piercing is plus your stat bonus, and then there'd be.
Oh, I
D6
had a
acid.
plus 6. Okay.
Hold on,
You add the damage dice of the bow plus the bonuses of the bow plus
Yeah,
the bonuses of the ammunition plus your dex mod.
Yeah, I fucked up.
Okay. What did you? So here
Yeah.
you're doing short bow, right?
Yep. So that's
Well-
an extra D. So that's Oh fuck! Damn it! I forgot to do something, but I'll do it in a second.
Just 2d6 is what I need.
Yep. So that's. All right. So that's I rolled a 9 altogether. So 9 plus 3.
It'd be 9 plus 2. Oh wait, plus 3 is your dex mod. Yes.
Yeah.
So
And plus 2.
so
So
14.
5, 14.
Okay, he's looking bloodied.
Okay. Now I'm going
they
to
are.
quickly, because I forgot to do this, I'm going to use Hunter's Mark on his ass.
Okay. And then you're holding your movement to shoot him again.
Yep.
All right.
And that's a 26.
That absolutely hits.
Alright, give me that one extra. Okay. Oh, where are all my D6s? There we go. Alright. Oh, I like these numbers. Uh, 20. Altogether, and then he needs to make his save again.
Yep, I'm familiar. 16 plus 8, so yeah, he's good. As much as I would love to do another round of combat, since he's stunned and both of your turns are up next again, we're gonna go ahead and just pull away from this scene real quick, but to move on to someone else just because we've got like 50 minutes left to go.
Fair.
But I'm just gonna go ahead and
Totally
ask this
fair.
question. Do y'all knock him out and decide to, drag him off for questions later, or are y'all just straight up fucking murking this guy?
Questions?
I mean, the only way we're gonna get questions out of him is Zone of Truth, so...
Let's
nah,
do it.
we're killing his... I was gonna kill his ass.
I was thinking that,
Truth.
yeah, we have Zone of Truth with Tala.
Ah, cool.
And I can bane his ass.
We need a way to make sure that he can't remember this afterwards.
That's not possible. Sort of modified memory.
Well,
Yuzo, can you actually dispel magic the rune?
Oh, believe me, I've thought about that. I don't
so
know.
it's worth testing. Anyway,
Experiment time is what we're...
yeah, and I think we found no better guinea pig.
Alright.
I mean, maybe one of us.
Yeah. But I will be taking him alive. Maybe. What do you think?
If you want to take him alive, we'll take him alive. But I don't want him to be around our entire group when it happens.
I will
bag
gag him. Yeah, I'll gag him and blindfold him.
They know. They know at least the four of us are here. Like,
Okay.
He's met everyone but Rando. Like
He's seen everybody. He's seen everybody right before he died.
He has.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good idea. Do that.
Yep. Okay. So I'm assuming we, do that thing. So.
Yeah, we'll just bag him.
Oh. Yep. So I'm gonna put him in the rope of entanglement.
Cool. Real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and flip a coin just because.
Hawks AFK.
Oh, Hawks AFK. Okay, then Merrick, we're gonna go ahead and do your thing with Task Force X.
Thanks.
I'm gonna mute up.
Merrick, you arrive at the room where everyone is posted up with Gabe, and they seem a bit different than the last time you kind of checked in on them. They seem like they're in a little bit better stride, at least, like not as somber. You're not sure what their mental state is, but they're definitely not like literally depressed and dejected.
How you guys feeling?
The head scout kind of chimes up. He's like, honestly, sir, still a little rough, but we can accomplish what we need to do if there's more you need of us. We don't want to be sidelined throughout this whole thing. As no offense, Gabe, like your assistance is appreciated, but he's like, nah, I get it, bro. You got to do what you got to do.
Respect. We're making some plans. We may be making an attempt on the castle eventually, soon. We're gathering some reconnaissance. When the time comes, we're wondering if you and your men would partake in the assault with us, or if you'd rather stand down.
You can see that there is like no hesitation from Emmerich and I realized that I just called him like Rose. There's Sergeant Lunelda Rose.
Lunelda Rose.
So Emmerich and Lunelda, there's like no hesitation. Like they get up and they like move forward and like, of course, sir. We're still good to go. We can do what you need us to do. We can participate. And you see that the Air Genasi, the Goliath, and the Gnome. There's you could tell that. Actually, go ahead and make me an insight check.
Yee.
Yee.
Natural 20.
Okay, yeah. You can tell that there is definitely like they being around Gabe and just kind of like having a positive influence on them while they're in this terrible place has kept them from like going to the dark side like you've seen like Rando and Tala do when shit hit the fan. But they're definitely like still dying multiple times, especially not being able to remember any of it, like, and then suddenly being able to remember all of it was a rough thing for them to process, and they're still kind of like reeling from it because that, like Tala pointed out, this has been it has shown them the gap in their strength, and has kind of for Braun, you can read him like an open book. It has basically broken him. Like he, amongst his group, he is the strong one, and he was the first to go, and not even via protecting his friends or being the vigilant one. He was just immediately singled out and killed. Voland is not doing any better. The Air Genasi, he, basically like he survived the longest with his team, but he rushed in with the Raven Queen's palace. Like his eagerness got him killed, and let his team down. And then with the gnome artificer, whose name you haven't caught. It's Gidget Barracks. She fell to an aboleth, and got fucking killed over and over and over again. She's, her intelligence was tested and found wanting. She is, the one thing she had was just stripped away from her. So the three of them are taking it hard.
I understand some of you may be a little hesitant to get back out into the field. If you don't want to partake, I understand. I'm not looking for... This isn't an order. You volunteered with the Inquisition and gave your lives. Multiple times. I won't ask anyone to do that again unless they feel like they have to. But know this. I'll be throwing myself at this as many times as need be. So I don't ask anyone to do something I'm not prepared to do myself. And when those ritual sites are destroyed, that's it. No more resets. Just take that into consideration as well. What's
Maybe
more, if you choose... I just want to say, if you choose not to partake, it won't negatively reflect on the reports. What if that's a concern?
Make me a persuasion check.
Cocked. We use the merit die, actually. Cocked again. Fuck. Okay, there we go. Like 3 cocks in a row all went to the freaking corner. Okay, persuasion. Let me just get to that tab. Plus what? Fuck. 15.
15. You can see that you're, you can see that your words do reach them, and maybe given time, things would be different. But you can tell that, Gidget is not... She cannot make this decision. There is nothing logical that she can find in throwing herself at this again, given the gap in their strength. Voland is hesitant, but so far he has only let his team down, and your words... In your words, he feels a shot of redemption, especially since he is a wizard, and he may not be as strong as Yuza or as powerful as this transmutation principle, but he still has a job that only he can do. And he steps up.
Thank you.
And Braun, you can see this is a tough battle. This was a man who has been broken by these events, but a 15's still not great.
But I have guided myself for that.
If you want to guidance yourself, I'll give you a little chance to boost it by a d4.
Did you have advantage on that? Did you have advantage on that because of the commando presence thing?
Oh yeah, I forgot about my freaking story feature where I have advantage on that shit.
Yeah, I was about to say, did you not use your inspirational speeches shit?
I forgot if I had... Holy shit, I'm using that. Okay, yeah, with the d4 I just rolled, that is a 22.
And with the advantage?
Yeah, that's with the advantage.
No,
There's the man that Tala falls into hell.
Okay.
20 speech.
So wait, what's your total?
So I just re-rolled that. Wait, yeah, fuck. Math broke my brain for a second. So I rolled a natural 19 plus 1 plus d4, so that's 24. My mistake.
Okay. So then, yeah, so the 24, Voland is in, Gidget is still out, but Braun feels like this is a chance to redeem himself as well, and so he steps forward, because he might not be able to do much, and he might not be able to live long, but if he can be a wall between his sergeant and whatever may come, he'll do it.
Thank you all.
And then Gabe as well gets up and fucking gives you a thumbs up and is like, you know Gabe's in, brother.
Gabe, no. You don't have to do this.
Sure I do. This is my group now, too. You told me I'd get a job, right? I was a hired man.
That's what I did.
Gabe's always looking for work, brother. I've been out of work for too long. I can't take that unemployment line no more.
I understand. Thank you, Gabe. And with that, they also get... Oh, cool. 7 temporary hit points.
Cool, that'll help a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, really, it will.
Anything can help them. They're like level 5.
They're exactly level 5.
Oh
With
no!
an undead.
Well, I never told you Gabe's level, but that's not important.
Gabe's level 20. He's a
level
fucking
30.
Ringo.
No, he's not. No, he's not. As much as I would have loved to be like, Gabe's secretly a lich bard. No, he's not.
He's
No, he's
secretly
not.
the Raven Queen in disguise.
That would be
Alpha.
terrifying.
Gabe is of a level that I'm not gonna say, because if I do, y'all are gonna make some decisions that are gonna be either good or terrible for me.
I have a feeling he's actually a really high level. He just doesn't want to work.
If that's the case, then Merrick takes off the map, head to this location, Castle Hallgrove. We have an ally there who might be able to hook you up with better equipment.
Gabe's just like, bro, I know everybody. It's all good.
If he asks for payment, and tell him to build the Silver Dawn. His name's James Hallgrove. He's in charge of the vampires in this area, so he will, and they will not harm you.
Gabe just looks at you, Merrick, and is just like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm telling this to the team so they know not to be on edge or like.
Oh, right, yeah. But as far as payment and stuff, nah, you're all good. James owes Gabe like 13 favors.
Wait, what?
Don't worry about that.
We'll sidebar that for another time.
Rock on. And Gabe will go ahead and lead the members of Task Force X that want to go, as well as Gidget, over to Castle Hargrove. Gidget is, I'll go ahead and let you know, like, out of game, like, Gidget is going to set the fight out. She will be in Castle Hargrove, but she will probably be in, like, a safe room.
Understood.
Because when James pulls Kilcius in there, it's going to get dangerous real fast.
Right. And Merrick,
Okay.
when they get back to the keep, Merrick's going to make sure Gidget understands that aspect of the plan, so that when that shit does go down, she doesn't feel like no one warned her about what was coming to the doorstep.
Mhm.
He wants to make sure that she feels safe and that her trust in this is well-founded, so doesn't want to betray the trust of his subordinates.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll go ahead and wrap on this scene real quick, as everyone's going to be coming to Merrick here in a second.
Gotcha.
And we're going to go ahead and move on to Tala. So, Tala,
Mm-hmm.
you arrive at the carnival grounds, and you notice one thing when you get there. It is you know, same as it's always been, like, Carnival's in full swing, like, people are coming in and going, but the one thing you notice is that, like, as you enter, all of, like, the Harlequins, that were there previously that were just kind of, like, goofing off and doing their thing, they acknowledge you as you enter the fairgrounds.
Just to double check, the troll remembers everything, right?
Mm-hmm. Y'all gave him the room.
Thought we did. I just wanted to double check because I did not write that down. That we gave it to him. I thought we did. I just wasn't sure.
Yeah, I think it was accidental too. I think like Yuza was testing a theory.
Okay, gotcha.
Correct me on that one, Vex. Did you do it like knowing that it would work, or you're just like, I want to see what this does?
Knowing Yuza, probably theory, yeah, to experimenting.
Okay, then yeah. Yeah, it was accidental, but it worked in your favor.
Cool.
Yeah, so you arrive and you know exactly where to go to meet with the troll. And you arrive. And as you walk into like the big top, the little like palanquin that he normally sits behind, like the curtains that would normally be drawn, are opened already, and you see this little pixie man in a nice 3-piece suit just sitting there with a single cigarette in both of his hands, just. So, you've come yet again to my carnival of mysteries. How may I be of assistance to you today, Talasoon, of Silverdawn Inquisition?
Tala, formally bows in military style, hand across chest, quick bow, acknowledge his office, all that stuff.
Your bow was much appreciated. This sign of respect does not go unwavered.
Thank you, sir, for seeing us again. I have come to you on behalf of my commander. We are trying to save, as you recall, we are trying to save the people of this realm, including ourselves and yourself, from this loop. We are seeking to establish a more formal alliance with you.
I see. And tell me, would this formal alliance bring an end to these woes and miseries that our people have had here in Blackreach? Because I must admit, I am a little hesitant, as since you all have awakened my consciousness to what is going on, I have noticed that the world has reset at least 3 times since you all brought me into this circle of trust. And I must say, that does not bode well as a vote of confidence for your organization and your capabilities.
We have been testing the limits of our enemies, as well as gaining intel, just as our opponent is using the timely to his advantage. We are finding ourselves doing that as well. We do not like doing it. We do not like such arbitrary loss of life. But we want to make sure that we have the desirable outcome when we end this loop. We do not wish for anyone to be killed in the process, or anyone to unnecessarily lay down their life if we were ill-informed or ill-prepared.
I see. And what would you be asking of me? What would be the services you would be requesting, and what could I be promised in return?
Sorry, Walker, I'm taking a sip of tea. I'm gonna lose my voice.
You're all good, man.
Well, our requirements are... we're not going to try and put you in direct harm or anything like that, of course. Perhaps if you have any information regarding the layout of the traps within the Raven Queen's palace, that will be our final step, and our first encounter here proves us that the traps are many and they are quite lethal.
I see. And is that all you would be asking of me, is just to map the palace for you? Or is there more to this alliance that I would be required to provide?
If you have any other intel you think maybe of value would be wonderful, but we also are trying to make sure that everyone is properly outfitted for this. Maybe if you have supplies or weapons that you could part with, at least temporarily, to allow the people of our group to stand a better chance against this threat that is encroached on your domain.
Armaments are not my field of speciality, I'm afraid. That is not what I provide. Information, manpower, these things I can do. Additionally,
Manpower.
a pretty nice festival. This I can do.
Festivals that the talk of parties quite often, it seems.
I can
think
make
everybody's
one
looking
one hell of a
interested in
fucking funnel cake.
I've never had funnel cake. They sound wonderful.
I wouldn't know. I can't taste them.
Oh, right. I forgot. My apologies.
However, and he just... If it's a map that you want, I can find a means of which I could discern the layout of the Raven Queen's palace, as well as any traps or tribulations that may lie along the way. Additionally, if you wish for manpower against your foes, this I can provide, but I ask for one thing, and only one thing in return.
And what would that be?
I want some of your agents to formally pledge themselves to Blackreach, become a means of which I can continue my operations. A show of faith in a few men would be a fruitful way of guaranteeing this alliance.
And they would stay here permanently?
Indeed they would. They might come back to the material plane for business, or they might even pursue other avenues on other dimensions that have my interest. But primarily the material plane would be their secondary port of call.
See.
With the Shadowfell, of course, being their primary.
Of course. I would have to relay this to my commander. He would only accept volunteers for something like this. People who are more situated to the environment, perhaps.
I see.
People also, as well as people who would actually be of use to you. I will relay this directly to him, however.
Well, then I will say this. In a show of good faith, in the kindness that you have shown me, as well as your deep respect, which I appreciate, I can pledge you one of two things. I can either provide you with manpower, in the assistance of which you will use to either deal with your foes, or if you wish, I can throw some of my men at these traps and puzzles, and we can find out what exactly the Raven Queen's palace holds. Or I can give you information.
What kind of information would that be?
Information on your foes, information on their target, information on the layout of said target's palace. Additionally, I could give you shortcuts through the city, give you a bit of a time advantage on your foes.
Time advantage would be useful. And at a character walk, he said this was one or the other.
One or the other. So you can either get the commitment of the entirety. So out of game, like meta, the troll is either offering you the entirety of the forces he has at his disposal for whatever task you require of them to commit to, or he can provide you with information that will give you the edge on Kilcius in all of Kilcius's ventures currently.
Yeah, because I'm debating having information on Kilcius would also be very helpful for us to, and as well as the shortcuts, getting back and forth as we're trying to disable everything, I could potentially persuade the Raven or get the knowledge from the Raven Queen regarding the traps. That's where I'm torn at. And this is basically what he's offering for free without a trade, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the information is a good trade in the long run. We can probably get
Yeah,
more
that's what I'm
troops
leaning
with
towards.
James.
And like you said, we do have the coin that we can use to contact the Raven Queen one more time. So we have a fallback there.
I will say this: if you opt for the troops option, it will double the number of men you can get for any task, which will allow you to assign a healthy amount to the ritual breaking. But additionally, it will get. I can say this safely. If you go for the manpower, the troll will literally give you enough bodies to throw at the palace that you can map every trap. However, a lot of his men will die.
That's one of Tala's other concerns, because that's gonna. Granted, I don't remember it because of the loop,
Yeah, they're not gonna remember shit.
but again, Tala is not really a big fan of people dying unnecessarily during all this.
I mean, they'll probably remember it when we break this thing.
Potentially.
That
Y'all
is true.
aren't
That's
sure how
smart.
how
Warn
breaking
them
the
up,
reset's
too.
gonna affect people's minds.
Uck, follow your heart.
Can I try and make a bit of a persuasion check on something?
You can make a persuasion check. I will let you know. If you're opting for both options, DC is very high. There's still a chance you could break it, but
I think I gotta double check what my persuasion is. I'm very well trying. Oh, right, I forgot I had on the other screen. What's my persuasion? 10. Basically, out of character, what I was thinking about doing was seeing if Tala could potentially persuade him by mentioning that some of his rivals have offered to throw in support. And she's worried about how it might affect his position. But I'm also worried that might piss him off if I roll too low.
I can let you know now, he does not have rivals.
Okay.
The Noctjager
up
and
him.
James, they are not rivals. They are in an alliance. All three of them,
Bad.
they have territory, yes, and it kind of it does operate kind of like crime bosses. However, they all work in tandem to make sure the city works.
I
They do a lot of
things.
things they do a lot of things unlawfully, but they all do it for the good of Blackreach.
Right. I wasn't sure, based on how we interacted with them, if it was that symbiotic relationship or if there was, the risk of one losing face by not putting out with the others.
There's a symbiotic relationship. If there were any threats to Blackreach that they would be invested in, it would probably be, the Eclipse agents and Kilcius that are currently in your city. The Writhing Darkness would probably be considered a rival to him, honestly, just because while it stays down in its hole, it doesn't really do much. It's still very powerful, and it's a pain in the ass for the rest of them.
Right. Thank you very much for your offer. We will definitely take the information. I do not want to put your forces at risk unnecessarily. And I will relay your initial offer to my commander, and I will return to you if he agrees to it.
Very well. I shall offer you the breadth of information that I have at my disposal for whatever subject you seek to enlighten yourself on. Just give me 1 second. And he takes another long drag of his cigarette, and you watch as he does so, the smoke leaves his lungs. And unlike the rest of the smoke that he's been blowing, this one's kind of like tinged with like almost like a red substance, almost like blood. But as it like blows through the air, you watch as it continues to drift in your direction before solidifying into a stone and falling into your hand.
Thank you very much, sir.
This will give you everything that you need. You only need to ask the questions. Now, I look forward to potentially the proposal that we might find an alliance between me and your commander. I do warn you, Talasoon, because you have shown great respect for me and I must show respect in kind. If you take this information and, as a good faith gesture, and decline the offer most posthumously, with no chance of payment for the services I have provided you, we will come into conflict, you and I, as well as your organization and mine.
So, Walker, out of context, I thought he was giving the information for free without us giving him
He is not giving it for free. He is giving you this now as like a down payment, as a good faith gesture that you all will honor the agreement of giving him men. If you don't, or if another agreement can't be reached with Merrick, he will exact his price on you, your group. You can very much, in your interaction previously with Yuza, you can tell that of the three, the troll is someone who is not someone to be fucked with. They can provide aid, but of the three that rule this city, he is the shrewdest, and he has very openly been evil and does not care that anyone knows it.
I do have one more question before we depart. If we do leave agents behind, again, I want to be able to present your argument as possible to my commander. Will they be able to communicate back with our base, sort of a transfer information between the Silver Dawn and your organization?
They may be able to trade information between your organization and mine. However, I will make sure to comb out any fine details that shouldn't be finding their way into reports to your organization. Things that are of a private and personal nature to myself. As well as, obviously, I'm not going to allow them to disclose the finer points of my business to anyone.
Understood. I was thinking, in case of something like this occurring, she just kind of gestures towards the air, obviously indicating...
Oh, well, obviously, if there's a world-threatening event that occurs, or a big catastrophe that comes to Blackreach, of course they will relay the information back to you. That is the kind of... They are... Oh. Yeah, but if they're talking about, if they see something down at the docks that, maybe they didn't quite see it so clearly. That ain't any of their business. That ain't any of yours.
The reason I asked was that having eyes or boots on the ground, so to speak, may help convince the commander to appoint someone to this area. Because this was something that caught us by surprise. No one outside of this area knows or has any concept that this is happening.
Of course. And I say, any people that decide to opt in for this, that is fine. Any information that is of value to your Silver Dawn will be relayed back, but there are things that need to be kept secret. The Shadowfell doesn't interact with the material for a reason.
Right. And of course, things such as your does not need to be relayed.
Of course.
Alright. I will relay this with him, and regardless if he accepts or denies, I will return to you with his answer.
Make an insight check.
Okay. Inside. Oh yeah, I forgot I have a decent one on that. That is a 26.
This thing is not easy to read. With a 26 insight, you can tell that, when you say denies, there's just that very visible flash of, anger. and then it kind of settles back into kind of like calm, and it's just like, whatever your commander decides is his business, and whatever my response to that decision is mine. I just hope that we can stay friends after this, you know what I mean?
The reason I did you is I've approached you, as mentioned, with respect, and I've been honest with you. I know we are not exactly see eye to eye necessarily on some of the intricacies of the world, but I do plan on approaching you with respect and honesty at all times. And I understand that that's not the most common reaction in negotiations.
He nods and he goes, I'll tell you what. I'm not someone to go back on his gift, so you take that information to your commander. And if he decides to decline my offer, you don't relay shit back to me. He can come here like a man and say it himself.
Very well.
Now, as much fun as this has been, I am starting to grow a little weary, so why don't you head back to your commander with your information, and he can figure out what he wants to fucking do.
Very well. Kala gives another short bow and prepares to leave.
He just kind of like waves you away, and as you head out, the Harlequins this time, like they watch you, but they don't like. When you came in, like they kind of like waved to you and kind of like did like a little like gesture, like hee hee ha ha routine. This time they just like watch you.
Yeah, I get the feeling to piss this guy off a little bit.
And as the party groups back together, we'll go ahead and narrate this. I'm gonna try and see who arrives first, because I would say, given the nature of how all of this shook out, Gallus and Rando are probably the first to arrive with their prisoner, because that took the least amount of time, like literally 6 seconds. And then I would say next to arrive would probably be Tala. And then last to arrive, kind of bursting through the door, is Yuza. So,
Yeah, makes sense. I don't want to have to tell the story twice.
yeah, I was about to say, yeah, you considering that your thing took multiple turns, that was the thing that I was like, I'm gonna have to track.
I also attempted to take several minutes to spell the thing.
Yeah. So, Yuza, you arrive last. So I'll say that like as Tala, you kind of get there. Like I'll say that Rando and Merrick, like, or Rando and Avok, you drag your prisoner in, like.
What the hell? You were supposed to do recon.
We found Recon. Turns out he hits like a motherfucker.
Yeah, we did recon, and look what we brought.
And as he's like blindfolded and gagged, he's just like, he's bound pretty tightly with the rope of entanglement, but he's just like,
You shut up.
Hey, you're supposed to be asleep. Hey, you're supposed to be sleeping. I knock him out.
this karate, just the, and he's just like,
Yeah.
Wait.
So
We'll wake you up later.
Gallus.
You're welcome.
I mean, I'm impressed. Don't get me wrong.
It really wasn't that hard, honestly.
We got his circlet off. We got his sword off. We just can't get his armor off because the rope.
Yeah, it's for the best. Although, if we really wanted to be assholes, we could kill him with his own weapon.
Ooh,
Let's-
that's evil.
Let's save that option.
That's
for
if he
later.
has it coming and he doesn't listen to us.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, we don't need it to kill him to make sure it hurts.
so as on that delightful threat, Tala enters the room,
Tala just walks in. See, did they take any damage during their fight?
One of them did.
Absolutely.
Gallus did.
Avok is almost. You walk in and Avok looks like Sonosuke Sagawa from the Running Kitchen live action movies.
He looks like Punisher from Netflix.
Yeah, it's like
Hello.
does not look pretty. Hello.
Tala looks, just kind of sighs, walks over, starts laying on hands.
Oh, appreciate it. Thank you.
How am I the? I went and spoke to a crime lord. How am I the one who didn't have a fight? The lawful good paladin speaking to an underworld kingpin.
Well, you see, we
We're
brought
very
home a
impressed.
king.
Avok just points to the unconscious king.
He was just literally
Wait,
slumped over the bed, just
Wait, our initial plan was to kill him, but then right before that we realized, wait, zone of truth.
Okay, well, I can definitely do that. Real quick, as I heal Avok, Commander, we may have some information from the troll. She presents a crystal, and
Please
basically
tell me it's
gives
like
this
bad
information.
news. I don't know if I can handle bad news at this
No, it's,
exact very moment.
It's
Wait,
mostly
you
good-
you
it's
want it to
mostly
be bad
good
news?
I'm asking for it to not be because I don't know if any bad news at this exact moment. I don't know if I can handle it. If bad news can burst
Stop
into that door.
setting.
stop setting it up.
Yeah,
Please
you're-
just take the fucking.
I'm just fucking.
Wait, listen to her.
We can go. We can go with you.
No.
so-
I was just being an asshole. Sorry.
Anyway, can Hawk please finish?
Basically, Tala outlines what the guy's offer was and all that stuff, and that he got a little testy when Tala said that you may not accept those terms, and that he wants to meet with you, and all that.
So information in exchange for some of my troops.
It could be beneficial in the long run
how-
if you found someone who volunteered.
How about this guy?
Well, he's not one of mine.
Yeah, but I feel like, hey, here's a traitor who's putting us in this, not traitor. Here's one of the guys that's making our lives hell.
For him
He's a
to
traitor to his
torture and
people.
kill.
I
Might
feel
be
like
able
giving
to
him an enemy is
renegotiate the
nicer than
terms.
giving him an ally.
I can see him not liking that this wasn't a member of the Inquisition, but I can also see him liking that we gave him not just one of the enemies, but also a king.
Here's my thoughts. I'll have to talk to him first about renegotiating terms first.
I don't think you can renegotiate with something like this. I think this is going to be a thing of we go back and we ask if anyone wants to volunteer for this.
I don't know if I'm comfortable trading my troops like baseball cards.
What's
That's also
baseball?
fair.
Oh, it's this game we used to have in my village. It never really caught on.
Sounds
Okay.
like Platinum Watch cards.
Yeah, Platinum Watch cards. Those are a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone knows what those are.
Have a near mint set, slight feathering on the edges.
Right as you are talking about trading your troops as Platinum Watch cards, Yuza, you arrive on the scene.
Okay. Question: did our room have a window?
It does have a window. It is currently closed.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about that.
I'll go to the
I
window.
don't have that kind of time.
Boom!
Like a pigeon.
Boom, baby.
Is it just like a bug on the window? Just...
I mean, I guess
If
roll
Yuza tried to physically burst her way through it, yeah, it would be a fly hitting a windshield.
I was
But she knows better than that, and she's going to use Bigby's hand to smash through it.
Oh, no.
Sword
Okay.
of warning goes off like, guys, hit the deck.
okay.
I mean, I don't know what else I would use to break this door. Break the window.
Firebolt?
So as a
Open the door?
A firebolt would light the building on fire.
as a gigantic spectral hand formulates outside the window, and you're doing closed fist, right?
Yes.
And just full like a kaiju fight, like a transformer fist through a building smashes in the window and part of the wall
We're at the dawn.
before dematerializing, and Yuza just kind of like super speed just skids to a halt on the slats.
Well, no,
of
it wouldn't be super speed. A haste is only a minute. and maybe
Have
can build the
this.
concentration.
At normal flying speed, skids to a halt on the floorboards.
Merrick, we have a situation. Looks over towards the king.
Hey, we're dealing with something. What's up?
Actually, that's a good point.
So don't we need to make?
So there's
stage?
not a way to make him more unconscious.
Oh no!
You are not killing him. I will save his ass.
Well, he's not
Resurrect
dead.
this
He's
motherfucker if I have
he's
to.
not dead because technically he was conscious when
Was
Avok had
stable.
him, and you kind of like judo chopped him asleep. So it wasn't like you actually like physically knocked him unconscious. He was fully stable when you did this. So I'll just say that now he's actually knocked unconscious.
Spare the dying.
I wasn't aware the bed was right above the window. Right below the window.
Well, it's a big fucking fist.
Yeah, but it's only. Oh, is that?
They start
it's huge.
moving
Oh, it's
debris
huge
off
size.
of him.
Yeah, you're gonna displace some stuff, dude.
Oh, right. I forgot the hand was huge. That whole wall is gone.
Yeah.
If
Yeah, it is.
Avon
That's why I
gets the
said-
wall off of him, it's like, this is so annoying. Remember, this is what you deal with?
That's why I said kaiju fight like Transformer fist through a building. That's what just happened.
I forgot how big BB's hand was.
Yeah, same Pacific Rim.
Bigby's hand, not
It's
Small
in
B's
his
hand.
name.
Exactly.
So I'm just gonna start moving debris off of the king.
As he's
I
just
want
fully
to know that
unconscious.
Merrick's shield deployed.
So Walker,
Yes.
can I expend 1 point of lay on hands to stabilize King so he doesn't have to worry about death throws?
I mean, I can just cast Spare the Dying.
Yeah, American
Do
cast.
you want to waste a
that.
spell slot?
No, no,
Yeah.
it's
Cantrip.
cantrip.
Oh, he has cantrip,
I'll
right,
slap
right.
him with medicine.
Yeah, I was about to say if you use a point of healing, he's gonna be conscious.
The
So
one
you
oh,
should
like,
spare the time.
just yet.
No big deal.
Anyway,
I'll
so
punch him again.
Yuza, you arrive on the scene and you let everyone know they have a situation. Would you like to fill them in on what the situation is?
I'm just gonna read. Like, Yuza gives this long-winded speech about what she did and what she was doing and things she found out through her tests.
Oh,
And
but you're
then,
gonna read the item description?
Yes, yes, and for the player's
Item?
sake, I'm going to read the item. I'm going to read the foci description.
I think she identified.
Yeah,
Step 1. What's it called?
it's called temporal foci.
Ooh.
Nice.
This item serves as the anchoring point for a unique ritual created by Kilcius Pavis that is part of their, quote, temporal prison, moment of death variation, end
Ooh.
quote. Spell that creates a pocket dimension in which the user has complete control over the surroundings in a theoretical reality marvel.
What?
This foci can spawn 1d4 temporal duplicates to defend it against tampering and external threats via use of the caster's spellcasting stats, and full spell list with a limit to using spells no higher than 5th level. In addition,
Oh no.
these duplicates share a hive mind from which they share information and learn from each attempt to breach or tamper with the foci.
That's fun.
It learns.
It learns!
It runs with resets.
Walker, what have you done?
Don't worry about it.
I'm worrying.
So
And,
this is the part where we join Eclipse, right?
and this is the part where y'all
Yeah.
can have your reactions, and then we will end this session.
Yeah, and
Oh
for
my
the sake of
Joining
everyone
Eclipse is
reading,
sounding
I will
good.
place... For the sake of everyone, I will place it in the Platinum Watch chat for y'all to read.
This
Shit.
is the part where, like, the end description talks about this one fatal flaw that we can exploit, right? Right?
What flaw?
Right?
And with that,
Marvel's reaction is just to go over and start healing Yuza.
and with that, we will end tonight's session. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in for another exciting session of Platinum Watch. I am your ever-present Dungeon Master, Walkman and as always, I am joined by the real stars of the show, my players. Going down the line in the order that I can see them on Roll20, we have the Hawkabridge playing Talasoon.
How did I not get in a fight this episode? How am I the only one who didn't fight?
Oh, no, I didn't either.
We have
doesn't know that.
Stormsage13 playing Merrick Gilder.
I also have not fought, but holy shit.
We have Zodiac Zack 19 playing Red No Mishorm. Who's dead? We have Red Beast 13 playing Avok Korik.
Oh my god!
And Vexitol 24 playing Yuza Parik.
Some...
Oh.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Bye-bye!
Oh, no.